Alrighty, welcome back everybody. It is Friday. I think it's Friday. I hope it's Friday. It's Friday the 13th. Oh, shoot. When did that happen? Yeah, welcome in. See what's going on. We got the Aggie open today. Maybe it's working. Okay. Discord is up and running. YouTube is going. I think we're good to go. We are good to go. It is Friday. We do have a bunch of things left over from earlier in the week, so we're gonna go ahead and scribble those down and draw some more characters. Yeah. Turn that off. 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. Why does it only want to show me top chats? I want to see the live chat. Bri, hello, hello. Western Justice. Jolene, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. It's Friday the 13th. We're going to draw some stuff. We'll warm up with the rugby. We'll go from there. We're going to go from there. How's everybody's day going so far? Hope everybody's week went well. I think I'm going to do puppet rugby again today. Puppet rugby is really fun. Any guests today? I'm not sure. Whoop. Was that in Discord or was that in the music? That was terrifying.
Sorry.
Okay. Welcome in. Apparently, for those joining us today, it is. Maybe I have to ask first. Hold on. Hold on. Everyone, hold on. We might have a special guest today. Gamma, hello, hello. Gamma? Gamma or Gamma, I'm not sure. I think H, hello, hello. Yeah. So hold on one second with the Aggie. Because we're going to see what's going on. Druid might be jumping in, and if not, then we will open up the link if he does. I just wanted to draw with Druid today, but we'll see what happens, and I'll explain that in a bit, maybe. So we're gonna start off. We'll just get the warm up done, and then we'll figure out what's going on from there. We're gonna have a little puppet rugby here. Should I give him like the googly eyes? I think the googly eyes would be better. I mean, he's always got the.
He always kind of has those eyes.
Yeah, he's a little wall-eyed for sure, but you make him a puppet, it's funnier in my mind, anyways. How's everyone's day going? My day is going pretty well. That's pretty good info from Pathfinder last night from the Paizo guys. WotC having their retraction today, so my YouTube channel's just been blowing up with people being super excited.
Yeah.
So, but I'm happy for it. I'm happy for everything that's happening. I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, that's the look I saw this morning. I'm sure everybody else's YouTube feeds are also having better explanations of that. Mine is sadly just starting, getting ready for work. Nice. Well, welcome in. Have a good morning. My work day is now just starting as well. I feel your pain, but I also enjoy my work, so it's not too sad for me. Pretty happy to be here most days. I have not heard from Druid, so I will open up the Aggie to the general public.
I think he's doing a workout thing right now, right? Usually about the time that he does that.
Not my business.
I mean,
I'll put that in the voice chat. So we will open it up. Those people want to drop us today. You're very welcome to. It's 2 in the afternoon for me. Just try hard security work. I had a few friends that did that for quite a while. Imagine Kaiju, hello. Welcome in. Still waiting on a video about spell books, bro. I don't know what to tell you about that. Western Justice. I'm still waiting for about 15 of my own videos to come out. So, yep. You're in a good line. Good long line of them. I like how to play as a spell book, because I think the magic weapon one covers that. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it. Is a costume just a puppet? Like, at what point does a puppet become a costume? Is it just a costume for your hand? Or is it like a cosplay, just a really big puppet? Because if you work for a movie, you're not a I mean, you're either a costumed actor or you're a puppeteer.
Yeah, I think the delineation really would be: are you playing another character or are you playing yourself?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but all actors are playing someone else. So
Except
are all actors puppets?
Not, right?
If you have any prosthetics, are you a puppeteer? I saw you guys beat Raz. We did, yeah. We got our WoW guild finally beat the big raid boss. Now we're gonna try to move on to heroic stuff, but it's a weekend problem. That was fun. It was fun. It was really tough. It took us like 3.5 hours. But on the plus side, it only took us 3.5 hours. So, like, a lot of people had to do that for weeks, trying to figure it out. It's the first time we tried it, and we did it. I've been stuck in a line of work since I turned 17, 27 now. Degree in robotic engineering, chemical engineering. Cosplay shop went under during the pandemic. That is a bummer. Yeah, my friend that was doing it worked. He came back from Iraq and then just started doing that, and he hated it because it was just too slow. And eventually went back to school, and now I think he's a he's not an engineer. I think he might be I'm not exactly sure what he does now. I'd have to ask. It was computer programming, I think, originally. Technically, there's no difference between the two. People are donuts because they are unbroken holes from your mouth to your... Yeah, I mean, all living things are. Very few things can eat things without excreting it. So, yeah. Profit of beans. That is a scientific thing. Yep. There are more actions than just play. There are more actors that just play themselves. I mean, like Nick Cage, right? Also, my show is always seasonal. Yeah, yep. Seasonal work is rough. I did that for a little while too. I was a seasonal employee at a game store, and that was awesome. And then they're like, "Yeah, sorry, we can't keep people on." I had to go work at a video store that was attached. But I worked there for a few years after that, so it wasn't so bad. No one liked working security. It's just waiting for the airport to call me back about a cargo hopper job. Nice. I hope that works out for you. I have a few friends that do, I don't know, cargo hopping, but I assume that's like loading and unloading the planes. I have someone that does that. They have been doing that for a long while. But that's just kind of their side gig for what they normally do anyways. And they like it. So who knows? Finding a job you like and finding your forever job are, you know, sometimes long processes, and you never know. Like this, I hope I can do this for the rest of my days, but well, you know, no one knows what the future holds. So I'm gonna keep doing it till I can't, and then I'll find something else. Keep on keeping on. All right, there's my rugby. There's my rugby puppet. I think we're gonna call that there, and I'm gonna go ahead and start rolling for stuff. Oh, there's Druid. Hold on a second.
Hey.
Okay, gotcha.
Hello.
Welcome in, everybody. It is Friday. So for people who are just jumping in, welcome in. It sounds like Corvus too. Corvus and Druid.
Yes.
Welcome. Essentially, we still have like 24 suggestions from Monday. So the way this works is if you have a character suggestion and you haven't suggested it yet this week, you can add it to the list. I'm going to roll a dice. Whatever the dice says I roll, I will... Wait. Whatever the dice says, I will draw that one. And that's how we're going to go through this list. Probably won't get all of them done today, but we're going to do as many as we can done. So we're going to start that off now. And we're going to get. That is a lot of suggestions. Yeah. People have been really loving this. So it's unfortunately slowing down my video production, but I don't know. I like hanging out with people. There's a lot of people that enjoy this, and that's worthwhile. We're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep doing it. Let's get to them rolls. Here we go. First roll of the day. It's a 9. A public domain burly male centaur barbarian like Conan who uses martial arts. Like it. We're gonna do like a centaur monk. Who we got going on here? Okay, so I don't know how much space I'm gonna have for a centaur. Centaurs are a weird shape.
Yes, they are. They take up lots of space.
Yeah. Does anybody else have a problem with the Harry Potter centaurs?
In what way?
I can't tell if they were designed in a specific way or if they were just designed poorly. Like the proportions and shape and like just way they were modeled / made.
Yeah,
I remember it being very off-putting.
I just remember them kind of being modeled off like draft horses.
Let me see if I can find
So
a
that's
clip.
why I always assumed they were just very chongus.
they looked to me like they were as low effort and cheaply made as possible.
Yeah. Feels very strange.
I mean, I only know of like 3 instances where centaurs were even appeared in movies, so
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the thing, is they did it real it just feels like it doesn't fit. Oh, I see. I think what the problem is they made the horse body really small and the human body really big. And so it feels strange to me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I remember that poking out in my head and I was like, I don't want to do that. So I figured it out.
That's fair. Now that you pointed out, yes, that does bother me.
Like-
Yeah, I just thought that like all aspects of it looked extremely fake.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it doesn't feel something about it. Just feels kind of uncanny valley-ish.
Yeah.
So instead of like having essentially a normal horse-sized body, and kind of like a normal human-sized torso, they kind of like supersized the torso, which kind of made it even with the horse body.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they like, because they had actual people. I'm wondering if they just had a guy walk out and then had to scale the horse body to fit how tall he was.
Oh geez, are we getting raided?
Uh-oh, did we? Oh, boy Ray. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? Oh, so many raiders. I gotta catch up on chat here. Let's see what we got. Yes, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, everybody. I am Rookzer0. I'm over here drawing in black. I am an artist, a tabletop RPG artist. We're hanging out. We're talking about D&D, Paizo, and just actually we're talking about Harry Potter right now, but that's completely unrelated. That's kind of how this channel goes. We are doing our viewer suggestion today, so if everybody would like, they're very welcome to. Yeah, Orc Raid, hell yeah. If people have suggestions for fantasy characters they would like to see drawn, we do a 1-sentence prompt that you can submit. I put it on the list, we roll the dice, and we draw the characters. So yeah, welcome in, everybody.
Yeah.
Turn on your redirect, my dude. Yeah, redirect. I don't know how to do that. I will figure that out tonight. I think I've been rated once before, but to figure out how that works. Indestructible voice says. Well, I do appreciate that, and thank you, everybody. You folks hear about the WotC statement on OGL? I did, yeah. We had a little bit of a chuckle this morning about it. The Paizo one last night was amazing, and I love Paizo for it. And we're mad. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think people have a right to be mad. It's very much, WotC backpedaling, and I don't know how to feel about it. Like, well, I know how to feel about it, but I don't want to make it. I don't want to let it kink me out. It's because it's a chill stream. It's a chill stream. Everyone, come on in and just, enjoy the day. Suggest a character, and we'll see. We're all angry we won. What are you for? Exactly, right? Like, I'll add a suggestion, if only to see what might happen. Hell yeah, do it. For those of you who were in my chat and not in the raid, go check out Indestructible Boy. Amazing stuff. Writing. I caught some of the other development yesterday. That was really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to see what your book ends up with and how you're planning to go about producing that. Because like I said, I would love to see. I'm welcome to use some of my art for it, and I'd love to participate in that. It'd be great. Orc Alliance logo concept art, please. That would be pretty funny. I'm not sure what I would do for that, but I do love the Orc Alliance. I'm down. We drawing a Myconid? Yes, we are joined today by the bluest druid over here, warming up with a Myconid.
Yeah, I always warm up with a Myconid.
Mm-hmm. And then we have, which name do we want to use? Do we want to use Discord name or YouTube name for our, for here? I guess you can all just introduce yourselves. Druid is in the chat here with me. Well, with some of the other mods on the server. We do have a Discord. If you'd like to come hang out in the Discord, you're very welcome to. Share your art, share your fantasy ideas. Wildfire, 24-year-old female fire genasi with long hair. It's going on the list. Here we go. The chat is going by very fast, so if I miss your suggestion, please just keep yelling it at me until I write it down. A tree holder. Not to be confused with a beetle. Okay. I like it. We'll add it on there.
Right.
The Myconid is a bit blurry. So Druid uses a different art style than I do. Since I do a lot of line art, Druid is more of a traditional sculptor and renderer, like painter, renderer. So
yeah.
So yeah, give it time. It'll look awesome. Gotta trust the process.
It always starts very blurry.
Mm-hmm. Jolene is the one in the middle currently drawing the harpy. Yeah, so we got Jolene and Druid with us today. I gotta finish the centaur. Go ahead, Druid.
Basically, I have a hard time finding the lines, so I do the biggest, blurriest, fuzziest lines possible, and that helps me narrow it down. That is all.
That is all. I have not seen Indestructible in here yet. I saw Flutes Loots. How you doing, Flutes? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. So many raiders. It's so good. So good. Shatterkai, Long Death Monk who's cursed with lycanthropy. Awesome. That's a good character. Dig it. Put it on the list. If it works for TSR with Trents and Ents, why not? Yeah, exactly. Here you go. Happy to be here. Good to hear. We had a show. Phantom Rogue, bound to their ancestry spirits. I like that. No, that's cool. Do that. The proportions look spot on. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Oh, he said something about shower. Got it. Okay, no problem. I will ask him when he comes back. If he comes back, which he doesn't have to. Absolutely take care of yourself after streams. And that goes for everybody. If you need to get up and take a drink, stretch, use the restroom, get some food, feel free to do so. We'll be here for a while. Yeah.
How many drawing prompts? Yeah, we'll be here for a while.
We have a lot of prompts today. I'm going to try to get through as many as I can, but we'll see how it goes.
And I will try to help, but I go much more slowly than you do.
Yeah, and don't feel like you have to be rushed or need to do that, because that's my jam. My jam. I'm the one that wants to do these. What's your schedule? I don't want to miss another stream. We usually do this every Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. I think that's the time zone I'm in now. Something like that. What's that?
It's not Eastern.
Not Eastern. Sorry. Yeah, that's Pacific. There we go. I said that and I was like, that doesn't sound right. That's weird. But
I'm in the Eastern time zone.
Yeah. Opposite side of the country.
Yes.
Do you all post the art you make on your stream somewhere? Yeah, so Red, if you'd like to, all of the art we draw is posted in the Discord and Draw on the Discord. There's a little channel for it. We just post it at the end of the day. And if you want to use this, if your character does get drawn, you want to use it for your personal art or your thumbnail or something, that's totally fine. They'll be posted there. Gets posted to the public Discord. Yeah. Kind of the opposite. Exactly, yes. Pacific. Thank you, Corvus. All right, we gotta make this some kind of martial artist. I'm gonna do centaur clothes is always weird. It's like, how much would a centaur care to cover up? Armor, I get. Armor, hell yeah.
Yeah. Look, you know my position on this.
Sure. Step 1, be a centaur. 2. Step 2, always be naked.
Yep. Let everything hang out all the time.
I want to draw this face more horse-like, but I also don't. I also don't want to do that. So I think we'll do a very basic face here. Centaur in pants? Yeah, how would a centaur wear pants? Would they wear 2 pants? Would they wear a horse costume? You could do that.
I have only ever seen clothing on the upper half.
Centaur's art has some good centaur adornments. I'll have to double check that. I haven't seen that. I'll have to read.
It would take prohibitive amounts of contortion in order for a centaur to be able to dress themselves if they had to cover up their horse ass.
That's true, yeah. I do like the idea of horse adornments. There are the blankets and stuff, and I'm gonna do that. That seems kind of cool. And then we'll give them a big cross belt here. Maybe the chest is gonna be less. Maybe we'll go like Bruce Lee and just give him a skin tight jumpsuit. Martial artists don't need no clothes. I got wiry muscles. Well, I do like
Nobody
this.
needs clothes. Nobody needs clothes.
I don't know. Oh, no, I think I need clothes.
Inuits need clothes. People who live in great extremes need clothes.
All right, fair.
People that houses don't have good heating.
Yeah. People who live in California don't need clothes most of the year.
People with glass houses probably should wear clothes. I would prefer them to wear clothes.
People who've ever worn poofy pants know that they need to wear more poofy pants.
Just because they're awesome, or like
Yeah.
because your body like grows to that?
Well, I mean, I'm
you can
sure
only wear like go back once you wear the poofy pants, like your body just contorts to it, and that's it. That's all you have. Bare minimum they need is a saddlebag due to lack of pockets. That's a good point. I think a saddlebag's a good idea. Rook loves it when you use this stuff for personal games character tokens. I do, yeah. I really like seeing people use my art, like for their own steal. I don't want you to steal my art, but for sure, I love people. I love when I see people enjoying my art. I like the idea of just horse blankets and style clothes. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I think like very loose, kind of fitting like tabards and stuff just all over the place. We'll do something like that. We'll try to get some sweet muscles in here. We'll make this guy ripped. $2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. If people want to get a commission through you, how do they do that? I need some plugs, man. Yeah, so it's basically all through the Discord. So if you want, you can go through the Discord. I have my prices and stuff listed there, as well as a handful of other artists from the Discord have their prices listed if they're open for commissions at the time. You can just message me on Discord and we can work it out through there. I'm currently...
stickers.
I've taken down the buying of stickers because the website is broken. If you want stickers, you can go through Patreon right now. I appreciate the plug, Corvus, but yeah, I don't have a clear-cut way to sell stickers right now, except through like Redbubble, which is up. You can do that, I suppose. There should be links for that down below. I'm not sure.
There is. That's why I said it.
Oh, for Redbubble?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's fine then.
Because you often forget your stickers.
I do. I forget that Redbubble exists. Because I make all the stickers for the Patreon members, and I want to like give those to people, but I don't have a way to do that. And I forget that Redbubble has a lot of them. Has a lot of the old ones, especially. Can a horse reach their saddlebags? It's gonna centaur. I hope a horse could not reach their saddlebags, so they eat all the apples. Character idea: an orc in a World War II Soviet storm shock trooper wielding a I don't know, PPSH. I'm not sure what that was. Standing over a dead wizard. Oh no! I'd like to repost for something like that. Last repost. Don't like to repost. Okay. That sounds like Full Metal Alchemist, which I kind of like. They did some weird stuff like that.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. I can appreciate fantasy art. Keith, Ferguson's master. This is how much yoga the centaur does. Yeah, flexible like yoga horse sounds terrifying. You got goat yoga. Why not centaur yoga?
Crunch.
Make it happen, people. Yeah, right. Now the centaur's just gonna climb onto your back. Keep doing that pose.
Maybe if they were like little Shetland pony centaurs, then might be okay.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if it was XKCD or who did the artwork for. Oh shoot.
Are you thinking of the oatmeal?
It might be the oatmeal, yeah. With the little centaur babies, because baby horses can walk when they're born, but babies can't hold up their heads, and so it's just little floppy baby centaurs running around. You gotta think about these things when you're designing stuff, people. How do the babies do?
How did the babies do?
How do the babies do?
I have thought about this actually, and I would assume that because I don't know, I generally think that the horse part of the centaur is supposed to be fairly prominent. I think the horse part stays the same on the foal or the colt, and the baby part gets aged up a little bit, because basically the reason most things that can run at birth are able to do so is because they develop more in the womb than humans do, right?
Right.
So maybe
Anyway.
they have a longer.
You have a longer
Period.
gestation time, yeah. Well, is it? I don't know if it's longer. Like, all gestation times for different animals are different. Like,
Yeah.
and so it's a matter of the time of development does take. So I don't know if that is gestation time versus development time.
Yeah.
I guess those things go hand in hand. I don't know what I want to do with this hair, because like I wanted to have like just crazy metal locks, you know.
Like centaurs with mohawks.
Centaurs with mohawks sounds pretty awesome.
Considering most horse manes, they're also very appropriate.
That's what I was thinking about, yeah. Maybe that should be the name of the band. Centaurs with Mohawks. I'd be down for that.
Sounds like a pretty awesome band name to me.
A dragon-born veteran javelineer, grizzled and scarred from years of fighting. Nice. Put it on the list. I imagine centaurs would have sticky feet with spiders and geckos. I mean, you could just have what are they called? Weird half lizard people. World of Warcraft was the Drakthir. That's what would do it. Dragonkin. I think that would be awesome. Ludwig the Accursed doing yoga. I might need more explanation of that. Watching the video on
boss.
Oh, the Bloodborne boss? Okay. Watch a video on Mike and it's made me spit. Split. Sorry. I thought you were gonna say it's gonna make you spit your milk. Mike and it's made me split on the race I want next for my character. Yeah, Mike and it's are super fun. I think they're really fun characters to play, especially depending on how you do it. If you go with like the psychic side of it, where they can't actually talk, and you have to kind of figure out how to deal with that with the party. I really love that idea. Using the spores to communicate is fun. Character idea. Okay. Binary. A crazy artificer fairy with mechanical wings to replace her broken ones. Love of bones. I like it. Okay. Going on the list. Everyone knows centaurs are born with adult human halves. They're just born that way. 100%. You ever seen a pody? They are sturdy. No, that's true. Long dreads. I do like dreads on some long hair.
Human babies are really remarkable in how undeveloped they are when they're born. It's really kind of freaky.
It's advantageous to not have to do that.
Only because baby heads are so big, if they got any bigger, they wouldn't fit through the birth canal.
We got them big brains. I kind of want to put like kickboxing pads on the legs, which doesn't make any sense, but I don't think horses kick with their shins, you know.
Yeah, no.
They club with their hooves.
Yeah, clop clop. Right, I'm gonna kind of quickly. I don't want to say half-ass, but I'm gonna quickly put some detail in here. And I think we're going to move on to the next character. So we got way too many suggestions today to spend too much time on these.
I am just about done with this mic in it as well.
We'll get these belts in here. I do like the saddlebag idea. Yeah, getting kicked by a horse that knows Kung Fu is probably now on my list of things not to do. Ways not to die. Kicked by Kung Fu Horse sounds.
And
like
or
there.
character builds.
Yeah. The Warhorses get like what, a D8, D10 for their hooves? They get clomp bite, which is awesome. I think the bite is a D6, and I think the hooves are a D8.
I like the fact they give llamas and camels spit attacks.
Spit attacks are fun, yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, it should at least be an intimidation, right? It's like,
Yeah, I think in second edition Pathfinder, it's a sickening. Like you have to make a fort save or be sickened.
Well, yeah. Do you know how bad their breath is?
No.
Neither do I really.
Alright, so we got another suggestion here. Golden Warforged Wild Magic Sorcerer with Newsy Cap pulling up their sleeves. Alright. I don't know this. What to draw? Some suggestions and rolled an 11. Alright, 11 is a human monk fighter. Black hair, brown skin, looks mad. Muscular, no shirt. Pants that go up to the torso like Bruce Lee. A high-pantsed fighter. Human monk.
I like how pants were meant to be worn.
Mm-hmm. Just all the way up to the rib cage.
Navel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, that sounds like kind of like a boxer, like those old boxer pants.
Yeah, okay. It does.
Yeah.
Bookish wizard Kenku with a pin's niz. Like it. This is probably the most suggestions we've ever had.
Yeah.
All right, I'm rolling 2.
All right, I'm gonna reroll it.
6.
6. A halfling blacksmith apprentice. Your suggestion.
Okay.
A lot of halflings.
We don't draw a lot of halflings. Awesome. Funnier idea, Hoof Buster, like Knuckle Duster. Oh, Knuckle Busters. I say Knuckle Dusters for some reason, but Hoof Duster sounds pretty good too. It would hurt like a yeah, exactly. It's basically a horseshoe. Good point, David. Yeah, it's basically a horseshoe. Mostly low kicks. Sweep the legs. Yeah. There is something funny about centaurs in Pathfinder is because they're quadrupeds, they have huge advantages on being tripped. Like it's really hard to trip a horse apparently.
Yeah.
Which I think is fun. Super centaur, human upper, gorilla middle, horse. Gorilla Grodd, but with a horse. Orcs are great. I'm gonna roll some dice here. Here we go. 8. We're rolling low today. A male kitsune. It says a male kitsune changeling. I'm just gonna draw it as a kitsune.
Yeah.
Wild West style clothing, wearing a big hat, angled in a way that covers one of their eyes. Yeah, we can do that. Kitsune in a cowboy hat. I'm down. I'm
assuming they're probably looking at Pathfinder stuff, and so we probably meant a hag changeling for them.
Do the hag changelings, can they turn into kitsune? What do you mean?
Well, in second edition, a changeling is a versatile heritage.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can slap it on anything.
Yep, that makes sense. Especially because the kitsune, which should have that naturally, because they can shift between their fox and human and/or mixed way, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Centaur tipping? Oh no, that sounds dangerous. That makes way more sense, Corvus. I think you're probably right.
That's my world building.
I'm a big fan of the kitsune just always having fox face.
Yeah. Well, there's like 2 types. There's ones that change into humanoid forms, and there's one that just turns into a fox form. Like a little tiny animal fox.
Yeah.
As their alternate form. And then there's like the normal form is the hybrid form. So it's like, okay. I think they call it a pest form because foxes are pests apparently.
That's an interesting way to think about it.
Yeah, I think it's like any small animal you could change in and be counted during the pest form. You're right, Jared. The boss is more of a Knucklevi than a centaur. But
I think there's a way that works that anything old enough becomes a shapeshifter. There is some lore out there that, like, I don't know if that's, I don't remember where it's from, but like basically the longer a creature lives, it eventually can change shapes.
yeah.
Aren't
No,
Kitsune
it's
natural
common in
shapeshifters in
Japan.
folklore? Yeah. Maybe that is, it might be a Japanese thing. But yeah, I really like that idea that, like, it's kind of the thing with dragons. Like, whether or not a dragon has the spell polymorph, I feel like it's just something that they should eventually learn how to do. It's like, I've been around for a long time. I can convince a tiny monkey person that I'm a dude. It's like, you're a 30-foot tall lizard. It's like, no, I'm a dude. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, one way or the other, you're not gonna outsmart or outwit a dragon, unless it's like a notoriously stupid dragon or something.
Like what dragons are.
Notoriously stupid?
Yeah, they get tamed by frost giants
Oh,
and used as like war animals.
interesting.
It's kind of sad. At least younger white dragons. I think they probably will have a harder time with like an ancient white dragon.
Sure.
But it's kind of like a running joke that white dragons are like the dumbest of all dragons.
Yeah. Which is sad because they're ice dragons, right?
Yeah.
I like ice dragons. I like anything ice or cold, and so it always made me sad that they're like, oh yeah, those are the dumb ones, and it's like, oh. Very animalistic.
Kind of smart.
Obake, I think, is the overarching theme of shapeshifting spirits. Okay.
Yeah.
Obake Mono, I forget. I'm not sure either. Do I have to look it up? Anything on look
It even goes for like inanimate objects. Like if something's been cared for hundreds of years, it'll gain sentience and walk off.
That's amazing. That's a great Pop-It start. Like,
Yeah.
have a campaign start with a statue or something going missing from a temple, and then it turns out it's one of the characters by the end of the campaign. That would be great.
It's like one that's a little tiny porcelain samurai. It's like made from different broken pots of porcelain and flatware.
That would be awesome. Did I accidentally just make a Fox Carmen Sandiego?
Yes, you did. And I am here for it, by the way.
We're going to stick with it.
Where are you?
So, one of the days when you and Jump Rope couldn't play with us in our 2E Pathfinder game, Rook, the rest of the group fought an Obaki.
Oh, yeah? How'd that turn out? Anybody die?
It was shifty.
I had fun with it.
I mean, no one died, but I think Burning's character got close.
Yeah, it was a fun fight. So it's the monster specifically called a Chuchin Obaki, and it's a lantern creature, and it has an area of effect where people who get too close to it, it drains their life. So,
oh no, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, and if you get too close to it, it can open up and it has a long tongue that can grab you.
When you say lantern,
and-
like it looks like a lantern.
Like
Yeah.
like a
Or like
Japanese
a-
paper lantern.
Okay, I was thinking maybe more like a lanternfish, like it was meant to trap people, like secretly eat people. But no, actually looks like a lantern. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Had a rogue with no sneaky ability. He was buff and strong, meat-headed. He intimidated everyone, shouting, "No one can see Grog," and then immediately no one saw him. Great character. I like it. You'll find streaming on Shudder. I haven't seen that yet. Sorry, what were you saying? Got a tongue if it gets too close.
Yeah, it could grab people so that they couldn't escape, and then it could get its life drain off, and then it had a ranged fire attack. So
Really thought you were gonna say it can get its tongue action on, and I was like, ugh. not as.
no, it was a really good one creature versus the party, especially for kind of the smaller party, because it was I could do a lot with it tactically.
It's good.
So yeah, so I had them playing in kind of like a market space. There were lots of small alleyways, and I tried to use it to my advantage, and we kind of played a lot with cover mechanics.
Very cool. Was this supposed to be an alchemist? I've forgotten already. I got
don't
really
know if there was a class with it.
I got really caught up with the Western theme. I wanted to draw the duster. I'll go back and check. I also read off 3 different suggestions all at once. I may have conflated them all in my head.
We did that to you.
Has anyone run the False Hydra? I haven't run one. I honestly don't like it. I don't like the concept. I mean, so the concept is great, right? Like it's just creepypasta. But running a campaign where the idea is that no one can remember what's happening, I think is a good like mystery to watch, but not good to run, because it's just, I think it's asking too much of your players to know and not know so much meta information. Like a good example of that is the Nobody episode of Doctor Who. It's really interesting to watch, but if you sit down, the longer you think about it, the less it makes any sense. So cool idea. If you guys want really weird creepypasta D&D games, the False Hydra is a good one to look into. I don't think it's a good one to run unless you have like a very specific team for it. Long story short, it's just the False Hydra eats people, and then you don't remember them existing, so it doesn't matter. Like, and that's the end of the campaign. Everyone goes on with their lives. So it's a little more complicated than that, but it's super weird. Huge number of Pokemon have roots in Japanese mythology. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try to look this up. Wild Wet style clothing wears a big hat and will cover up side. Okay. Yep, you were correct. I didn't read the list. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have a memory eraser you use on your players to keep them non-meta? Yeah. Like, you start playing the game, and then you're just like, okay, so I'm gonna roll some stuff behind the dice. John, leave. What? Just leave? Everyone forget that John existed. But I was just like, nope. Here's some snacks. Get out of my house.
Hey, John.
Super fun game, guys. Super fun. There was actually a book called John Dies at the End. I really like that book, but there's a point in the book when one of the characters gets erased from existence, and it's amazing because, maybe this is spoilers if you want to read this book. Plug your ears. But there's a point in the book when they're talking, and then this guy dies, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? And then they go through like a paragraph of describing the fact that this person they just watch die, and then all of the interactions that they've had throughout the book just go away. And then as you think about it, and what they're describing is basically like these little events that you're like, no, if you read that chapter, he's not in there, but it would make way more sense if someone was there. Like they erase a character that hadn't existed into the book halfway through the book, and it's really well done, and it's super bonkers. And that book is great. That book is great for that reason. It's a mind donk, like 100%. The movie, not so great. It's super hard B movie, which maybe was their intent, but I enjoyed the book much more because it really got more more cognitive and explaining things. It had to explain things non-visually, I guess, which is what was helpful. I finished House of Leaves a couple of days ago. It's very interesting. I haven't heard of that. What's that about? I did a Curse of Strahd, freaked people out, and passed notes from Strahd, rolled dice for no reason, and had them do it. Yeah. I would just say, no one mentioned anything. It was fun. That's really cool. I really love incorporating like props and stuff into games, especially when it is notes. I tried to do that with a bunch of my friends a little while ago, and I gave a one note to a character who I'm like, I want you to be the main character, so I'm going to let you drive the story. I give him the note, and he's like, I don't think my character can read. And I was like, oh my god. And so he pretended he could read the paper, and then I'm like, I'm gonna have to figure out another way to get all of this information out now. Because he was like, my character would be embarrassed and doesn't want to read this, and he's gonna hide it. And I'm like, but I need people to read that. So, people never do what you expect. Always expect the unexpected, I suppose. I hope this looks like a fox and not a cat. I think I'm doing okay. I'm gonna just tighten up these lines, and then I'm probably gonna move on. Just leave this as a bust. If anyone hasn't submitted a character idea yet, please let us know. I'm about to roll another one. I feel like I've made him a detective. Detective Fox. How can I make him more Western? And less Carmen Sandiego? Sheriff Badge. They call me Sheriff Woofles.
You could add a couple of gallons to the hat.
Just make it much taller.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way more Carmen Sandiego. Does Carmen Sandiego have a tall hat?
No.
5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, just a beard. Why not? Let's do it. Just darken up the bottom lip. Have a toothpick and a badge. We could do that. Give him a little piece of grass. I dig it. Let's go character. It's a fun character. I'm a big sucker for Western themed D&D characters. This is a Kitsune, so I assume on Pathfinder. Hell yeah. Pathfinder's where it's at, people. We'll put some bullets in the hat. Make him look Australian. I don't know why that always goes Australian, but it does to me. Alright. Kitsune Gunslinger would be really fun. I should make one of those one of these days. Curled edges on the hat would be more Western. Okay, let's try that. Let's give it a shot. They got the ear already, so we don't need the extra length. Oh my god, that did. Nice. Nice suggestion. That did make a difference. That definitely reads more Western, but I think I like the hyper long hat. Maybe we'll do it a little more subtle. Leave it really long. A kitsune with a giant sombrero would be awesome. In my mind.
Yeah, it would be.
Try that. Hats are hard. Hats are hard to draw. They're weird shapes. We're gonna go with that. All right, rolling some dice. Here we go. You get jealous of fashion sense of a kitsune cowboy. David Wilson, you're a young male guard wearing a sleek military uniform, playing a flute. Angrily playing. Where's your fun finger? 3. Tired, shell-shocked human scout rogue, thin, 30, patchy brown goatee, and messy sweatback hair. I have a wiry rogue. Thinking like scarf. Windswept hair is just messy, right? That's just a nice way of saying messy.
Yeah. It's sexy messy.
Ah.
Drew's not wrong.
My hair is in a perpetual state of just too long and curly, so I have no idea what either of those terms mean. Don't think I have sexy hair. I think I just have mess.
I haven't had enough hair to worry about it for a long time.
It's supposed to be wiry, so we're gonna go like this. I used to shave my head until I was like, I don't know, 14 or 16. And then I just like didn't cut my hair for like 5 years. Just like, no, never again.
I keep my hair buzzed really short now, just because I'm kind of balding. Sometimes my thyroid works and my hair starts to come back, and then sometimes it goes away again. So it's not worth trying to keep up with it.
I used to get my hair cut every like 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks, because it just grew so fast. Those of you just jumping in, there's a link down below. Check out the Discord if you want to come hang out with us, share some of your own artwork or some of your stories, your characters. Feel free to do so. Community's pretty chill.
Yeah, very chill.
Kind of give him like a long coat. He's a scout, but I want him to be kind of more like, no, maybe not so much of a spy, but just like, I want him to blend in. Got a nice weathered coat so we can just hang out outside for hours at a time. I need... What's that?
Just a ghillie suit.
He's just carrying around a potted plant.
Halfling proportions are hard, by the way.
Yeah. Kind of go in a lot of different directions with it.
Yeah, like 3rd edition, they were distinctly just like tiny human shapes with pointy ears. So very like leprechaun-like.
Yeah, I've gone a little bit more, I think, Tolkien.
Good with darts. That's my favorite thing about hobbits and Tolkien lore. Good with darts. I'm also in, okay. Tulsa area. Always windy, I agree. Long hair in windy places doesn't do well. Living in Oklahoma, I keep it short. That's fair. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. You manage a wizard beard, at least. Wizard beard could be fun. I've got a long wizard hair, but I can already tell that eventually, if I don't start buzzing it down, I'm going to be putting Hulk Hogan on this no good. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at your blight, but I totally forgot about Hulk Hogan, and he's amazing. And it took me a second to figure out what you were talking about. Brother.
There we go, halfling blacksmith.
I dig it. I dig it. Waiting on the wizard hat crafting stream. Like, am I supposed to make a wizard hat? Because like I did that. Is that what people want? People want wizard hat tutorials? One of my friends has it's Kevin the Necromancer. Kevin the Necromancer has a black mage costume from Final Fantasy. And so one of our friends made him the huge, like, straw hat. Burlap hat. I don't know how else you would call that. I have long hair and bald. That's it. That's great. Now it takes world champion level confidence. I mean, the smooth top ponytail is pretty 90s retro, right? When's that going to come back?
I was gonna say never, but never say never.
There's a lot of people with mullets right now, and it freaks me out. It freaks me out.
3.
A 3? Human barbarian, elk totem warrior, clad in leather. Armed with a shield that he uses in conjunction with his high movement speed to deliver devastating blows. That was hard to read. It's hard to say, not to read. I read it correctly. My mouth didn't say it correctly. Gotta go. Thanks for the chill stream. See everybody later. No problem. Thanks for hanging out, Corvic.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need you to say it one more time. Elk totem, human barbarian.
Yep. Elk totem warrior, human barbarian, clad in leather with a shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would totally just give them the horns, right? Like, you have to give them elk horns.
Totally.
For sure.
Either that or I just tattoo a big ol' buck head on his chest.
Maybe if he's clad in leather, you could just put an elk head on his head.
Yeah.
That could be fun too. I'm gonna give this guy like fingerless gloves. And then like a shiv.
Shank.
Not technically a dagger, because it's not gonna have a hilt. It's just really sharp.
A nice pick.
Just a nice pick.
I mean, my Tengu essentially has a mithril ice pick.
That's awesome. Does an ice pick do piercing damage or crushing damage?
Piercing in most contexts.
It does do piercing damage, but you use it to crush ice, so...
well, technically, what I have is a tray core, so it's like
that's a giant needle. That's totally different.
Yeah.
You have an Instagram or something with all of your artwork? I do.
Yeah.
You can check out. There should be a link down below, I think. If not, it's just Rookzer0 on Instagram. Maybe Rookzer0 Art.
Archologists don't come looking for it.
Rook does have an art station. I do have an art station. I haven't been posting to the art station because they have not yet put up a way to opt out of AI generation, which is very annoying. So I'm not sure if I'll be posting much more on my art station. We'll see. We'll see. Actually, I think somebody might have messaged me on ArtStation last week about a commission, and I have not gotten back to them. I need to do that. The Discord also has a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Yes, the Discord, the Instagram are the best bets. The ArtStation also has a whole lot of older stuff from older projects I've done. So. All right.
Need a pose. Need a pose. Need a pose.
How about? Rah! Just...
No, I did that one last time.
Just vogue it real hard. Alright, we're gonna give him the fingerless gloves. I really want to add a little more detail to this guy. Because right now he's just guy with coat. Guy with coat isn't super interesting. What if we give him like a bag? Give him like a... It's got like a messenger
There you
bag.
go, haversack.
Yeah. This guy seems generic enough to like just escape through a town, go unseen. We'll give him some scars and scratches. I feel like I need to swap the... Oh, he's so crooked. Oh boy. I've been drawing slanty for a little while. Oh well. There's not a lot we can do about it now. We'll try to correct his posture.
I also have been drawing slanty. I blame you for that. You're bad influence.
Yeah.
Definitely not because I'm sitting here completely crooked.
Like I'll start leaning on one of my arms, the armchair, and just like slowly drift one way or the other. Let's do a little more hair up here. Kind of wrap around his face. I am really excited about the orc license. I'm just, chuffed to bits. That Paizo stood up and said something, because I think that's important. Yeah. And I'm glad it came from Paizo, because they're really cool people.
I really expected Paizo to do something, and
Not disappointed.
Yeah, super not disappointed. They did a lot more than I expected them to.
Mm-hmm.
I expected them, I have spent the last week ostensibly pouring through second edition, being like, none of this is from the SRD. They don't need to publish under WotC's license. So they're probably going to be like, you know what, we don't need to publish under license. And I mean, they certainly did that. But oh boy, did they do so much more.
I'm really excited for it.
I think it's hilarious that WotC pulled this just disgusting stunt, and Paizo's like,
"Oh my
Adventures Unite!" And Paizo unites all of WotC's at least top 5 competitors against them.
Amanda asks, "What's the Discord?" There should be a link in the comments down below. Yeah, orc. I'm super excited about it. I think the orc is funny too. When I read that, I laughed pretty hard.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, the link to the Discord is down below. Well, scientifically speaking, if you lean while drawing, your body will subconsciously mimic that in your art. Yeah. It's all about position of page to face. Paizo is for the people. I agree. The description is thank you. Not in the comments, in the description. I am a YouTuber. I know what's up. I know how words work. No, I don't know how words work. Send help.
We speak English. Nobody knows how words work.
I don't speak American here. In this country, we speak American.
That was potentially offensive, but also 1,000% accurate.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That is 100% offensive to anybody that believes that, so I don't know if I care. But
I think the only thing offensive for me was the accent.
you don't like that accent? I can find something else.
It's fine. It's just I'm from that.
That was my Mater impression, by the way. Well, shoot, Steve McQueen. That's the best I got.
Also Oklahoman.
Oklahoman, okay. That's my Pixar truck voice.
I think the only accent I can kind of do is Minnesotan.
Minnesotan.
We up in a Fargo.
Gonna park the cars. All right, I'm not gonna do that anymore. No more. I can do Southern Idaho, and that's it. I can do Southern Idaho, and that's the only one I'm allowed to do. If you surround yourself with a certain mindset, and how echo chambers start, and how you think depression can manifest, super interesting. Yeah. Yep. I completely agree. America, fuck yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yep, and that's kind of the important part about all of the Paizo and WotC stuff that's been going on. It's like there's a lot of people just shitting on WotC, which is not, wholly wrong, but I've been kind of holding out on doing any content around it because it's I really am banking on like Crawford. Yeah,
and Perkins.
Yeah.
Just standing up and saying something. I've been waiting for that. And if they don't, it's a bummer. It's a sad day. But Paizo, I think, did the right thing, and I was really, really happy and excited about that. And I think that's worth talking about over, just being mad. Because people, it's really easy to fall into that and just, besmirch something that we all love, which is, D&D is D&D, but the tabletop community, I think, it's really important that we all just stay together and not be bitter and not be sour. Even though what WotC and I would say more Hasbro has done is not cool. Like, it's not cool, and that's something that we need to talk about. But we need to talk about it in a way that is, respectful. So, and I think so far the community's done a pretty good job of that. And I just on my own time have not talked much about it because I don't want to add any extra voices to the loud voices that are already there.
Yeah, I do not want to jump to conclusions.
Okay, I'm done with this one. I'm going to roll the dice again. There's so many left. 17. All right, we're getting higher numbers here. Avenger Vampire, who has made his unlife owning and running a chain of funeral homes and works as a mortician. That's a fun one. I'm going to draw a top hat.
That would actually be a really good job for a vampire, especially once embalming gets invented, because then, they have something to do with all that blood.
I have a special technique where I remove all the liquids from the body. Ooh, interesting. How do you do that?
Cost to
Yeah, don't worry about it. I've got that.
Eyes to needles.
It is, yeah. Don't worry. It's ethical. And
it's ethical and recycling. It's all ethically recycled.
And you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about the specifics, and just know that it won't cost you a thing.
Oh man, why did I do this to myself? Now I have to draw a suit. When was the suit invented? Like, is it uncouth to draw like a full 3-piece suit in a fantasy setting?
Not really. Like the suit in men's suits in some form have been around for like at least 300, probably 400 or 500 years. It's just kind of like a Northern European military dress.
That's fair. Yeah.
That has
a coat.
slowly been refined. Yeah.
I know, right? It's a great job for vampires, but is it sanitary? That's a good question. It's morally ambiguous, but maybe not sanitary. Who knows?
Well, then vampires can't really get sick, so they can't really spread diseases.
So I guess so. And then they're removing that from the equation. So once again, it's ethical recycling. I love it. Game Workshops is very protective of their IP. I doubt they'd rely on any other companies to make any another company makes. Yeah, might be true. They're a little weird.
That's
A little
yeah,
bit weird.
and that's up to them if they decide that's the best thing for them moving forward. That's fine.
They just make the tie and the cut of the waistcoat weird. That's fair, yeah. Just make it a little extra fantasy. It's a fantasy suit.
Give him bolo tie.
Yeah, we do bolo tie. I guess he's a mortician though.
Ask off then.
Yeah, all the morticians I know are just kind of slightly overweight people in cheap suits. I've never met like a super fancy mortician. But then again, a lot of the morticians I know also have like the morticians don't talk to people anymore. The morticians just do their jobs and have like a PR department talk to people.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why I know these things.
I watch Ask a Mortician. That's how I know these things.
Ah.
Out here sanitizing death. I need
Telling
a
people
first.
I've done something horribly wrong with this face. This is not how faces work. This is not how vampires work. I'm not happy with any of this. Hold on.
Tasmanian forest.
We're just not going to see the eyes at all. We're going to see like dark pits. And then a pointy nose.
Need to zoom out a little bit.
You'll see a little bit of the eye. Oh, I see what's going on. This hat is super high on his head. That's what I've done. It's like sitting way up here. It should be down here. And then that would cover up the eyes. The weird thing would be, would he tell people he's a vampire? No, trust me, I've been doing this for hundreds of years. It's good. It's all good. Sorry for my creepypasta nerd knowledge. Oh no, what did I miss?
He's
Slenderman.
not a vampire. He's a vampire.
Is that from What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
Tilt it down where you only see the toothy smile. Slenderman, all murders and no calories. Oh, gotcha. All of the sugar has been removed from their body and replaced. What a weird thing. I've gotten like nowhere with this picture. Here we go.
Yeah, same. Spent way too much time on the face, which really getting away from me. It was really hard.
I think we're gonna give him like the really rigid coffin-shaped body because that seems like a good idea. I think my pen was too thick. We're gonna go for like a really nice sharp. No offense to any morticians. I'm just saying, you know, you can be snazzy and work in a funeral home. It's doable.
I mean, all the ones I know are snazzy.
Are they?
Yeah.
know any morticians.
Honestly, not when they're
Personally.
working.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't expect a mortician to be wearing the suit while they're doing their do. Blee. That's a stereotype. Not all vampires play. Gotta give him a cane. I don't know why he has a cane, but he does.
It's flair.
Gotta look snazzy.
You can have a fashion cane.
Don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm losing it. Just realized I don't know how coats work. Alright, let's draw one more. I would like to draw one and spend some time on it. And this one is a cool idea, but it doesn't feel super fantasy to me. Because I gave him a suit. So that's my fault. I get that. You know what? I can just add some texture. Let's do that. Let's see if we can make this a little more dynamic. When in doubt, art it up.
And that's brocade to the collar thing? I don't know what that part of the suit is called.
Lapel?
I
There's a-
believe.
There's a collar. The lapel is the part that's folded over across the chest.
Yes, I believe that's what I am referring to. Don't want to buy an NFT. Go away.
What's that?
Got a NFT ad on Twitter.
Oh, that's weird.
Someone sent me a message. Like, no,
No, yeah.
no, thank you.
Alright, we're gonna call that one there, I think. Darken that up a little bit more. You got little fangs. It's a thing. That's a stereotype. Sorry. I have a cane. I could use it as a warhammer. Nice. Yeah, cool. Canes are great. I don't have one. I'm a walking staff guy that I never use, so it's fine. I guess what I should say is I'm a collector of sticks. Lunch break is over. Have a great day. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. Like the vampire squad. Good to hear. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Needs a little more darkness around the eyes, I think. Yep, that helped. Okay, let's do at least one more here. It's 12:30, so I think we got some time. A myconid Path of the Beast Barbarian. She has been both cursed and blessed with powers of the beast. Ooh. Like a 2 separate instances? Like a chimera style? One of these days, I'm gonna figure out a way to draw a myconid that doesn't have a cap on their head. Not today, though. Not today.
That's half the fun, though.
Yeah, like the lopsidedness is pretty great. Is it me, or does this song sound like someone's chopping vegetables? That's definitely someone sampling a carrot. I'm a collector of sticks, yeah.
Yes, that is literally vegetable chopping.
That's gotta be. It's when I look and the song's called, like, Salad for Two or something.
Lord.
What kind of beast would a mushroom turn into? Maybe a trouble sniffing pig? I can smell myself. I hate it.
I mean, that sounds funny to me.
I'm stumped actually. So go with your gut.
They become an ant that's infected with the mind control mushroom.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That'd be terrifying.
So basically, like, they just become an ant tar.
Jeez, that is terrifying. I don't like that at all. A badger?
You're-
Badger could be fun.
You're welcome. Badgers are cool.
Someone playing Fruit Ninja for background music? Yeah, basically. Trick is to have all the different sizes and shapes of your mic caps to pull from. Yeah, there's a ton of them. Nord, hello, welcome in. Fraternity brother, a fun guy.
All of the mushrooms that I have looked at in order to draw myconids, man, mushrooms have some wild names. My favorite is the hairy rubber cap. Rubber cup. Hairy rubber cup mushroom.
Okay.
It's very funny. And it's not like a weird mushroom, that's just its name.
My name's a hairy rubber cup.
I'm partial to the lion's mane mushroom.
Lion's
Fungus?
mane mushrooms are cool. Pleated ink caps are very pretty.
Yeah, I like ink caps. The Last of Us mushrooms or mushroom spore monster. That could be interesting. The Last of Us mushrooms are like decayed though. Decayed mushrooms. They're weird. I like it. I like the design of those. You know, a pack of wolves in Yellowstone were being mind controlled by these mind control mushrooms, right? Spooky. I did not know that. I don't believe that, but I'm interested to hear it. Like, I mean, don't go crazy with it. But if you want to like post something in the Discord, that'd be interesting to read. Give it time. Got to define those antlers. That bro man looks like he's wearing a bull, not an elk. Uh-oh. Yeah, give it time. Got it.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
Trust in the process. Trust in the process.
Be nice to me.
Someone post a mushroom in the Discord that I can use for this. I missed Homie Chicken saying, I totally don't have a mullet. Be not afraid. Yeah, I think I like where this pose is going, but I'm not a fan of the cap I've chosen. I think I want to do something different. I need like bizarre mushroom caps.
You know what, chat? You guys were right. Elk antlers don't curve that way. When you're right, you're right. And you guys, you were right.
Ooh, that's interesting, Inferno. The swirly whirly bits is also strange. But How can I incorporate that? Ooh, you know, well. We could just do something like this. Yeah, the ones with the red goo look really pretty and are really, when you draw it, it's not as cool. Because it just looks like a spotted mushroom. I've struggled with that many times. Everybody always wants to look like straight up the inside of a mushroom. It's indecent. Let's see him from the top.
Mushrooms as a whole are indecent because they are just the sex organ.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Giant knot.
I didn't realize
Oh, go
me and
ahead.
Hashy Brown posted the same mushroom.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything, but it's fine.
That rack too big.
It's not a thing anybody's ever said.
Did I mean that in the double entendre? You don't know. I could be totally innocent. I'm probably not, but I could be.
Okay, now for the animal part of it. I'm thinking just big old claws. But ant pinchers, chitinous claws could be, yeah. Just do like. These ants don't. I don't really want to put mandibles on hands. That's getting into some weird.
That's why I said chitinous claws.
Yeah. But I mean,
I
like,
apologize for this thing that I
mushrooms.
suggested you do.
Mushrooms already have chitins, so
Yeah.
they might
Yeah.
just be able to do that.
Double up on it.
They're a beast myconid of mushrooms. It's like, not technically an animal, but Corvus, those are inappropriate.
That was not me.
Oh, that was Hashy Brown. Sorry, I saw that big giant mushroom butt, and then Hashy Brown immediately followed it with a white penis dong.
Don't scroll up.
To the cap, like a bunch of dead men's toes mushrooms layered on top of each other. I don't know what that one is. Is that what I've already picked? Dead men's toes mushrooms look like.
Dead Mentos.
Dead men's toes mushroom stir fry. I was trying to do the dead men tell no tales, but I did not succeed. Run that joke by me again. We'll try it another. Give me another shot.
What you got going kind of reminds me of turkey tail or chicken of the forest mushrooms.
That could be. When you're sauteing a mushroom to go on steak and you're looking for someone, make a mushroom person. Oh, on steak. Oh, like make a mushroom person on the steak? Do submissions carry over, or when I come to the next stream, should I resubmit it? I will post a community post on Sunday or Monday, and you can post your suggestion there. And this is where to answer your question. On Wednesday, you can suggest it in the chat, and I will carry it over to Friday. But as of today, at the end of the stream, you will need to resubmit it. So we do it once a week, basically. You can suggest one thing a week, and either put it on the community post or just come to one of the live streams and suggest it. So I do still have the list from Wednesday, but I will get rid of the list at the end of the stream today. So please resubmit it for next week, if I don't draw your stuff. I want to do something really kind of like bizarre with this arm, but maybe, better idea. Okay, ants. Maybe she just got multiple arms.
Yeah. I love putting multiple extra limbs on a myconid. I don't know why.
It looks really cool, is I think why. I'm gonna basically just start covering her in spines. That's my new plan. So I like the idea of the chitinous thing. We're just gonna cover her spines.
Why couldn't you just have bugs living in the weapon? Right?
That's true. The Beast Mastery just has swarms of ants in them. Beast Master. Or not Beast Master, what did I say? Beast Totem.
Ew.
I'm a million ants.
I mean,
the bite attack and has mandible jaws.
yeah, as opposed to like a swarm of beetles or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Jump Rope keeps trying to remake a bee wizard, which is really funny. It's a really funny character. I haven't quite figured out the best way to do it yet, but I think Swarm Keep works.
Have very long hair.
I think so. I don't know if that matters.
And a majestic face.
Not that I'm aware of. Is this a meme that I don't get?
It's a Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh. I mean, yes, the bee meme, but like, does Nicolas Cage have long hair in that movie? And a majestic face? Or is that something else in the movie? I haven't seen that movie.
Completely different, or is it a completely different Nicolas Cage movie?
Completely different Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh, okay. I only know the meme.
Not the bees.
Not the bees.
Yeah, with the horrible CGI.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Well, I should say the CGI was actually pretty good. The compositing was very bad.
Gotcha. I love mushrooms, and seeing mushroom people makes me lose my appetite. I mean, just cook mushrooms will rip me again. That's fair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it's off-putting for. I've recently. Not recently. When I was younger, I did not like mushrooms at all. And then when I was in my early 20s, I worked at a restaurant that taught me how to cook them properly, and I love them now. Like, it very much is a preparation thing. But also, like, I appreciate raw mushrooms now too, if you clean them and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the preparation and presentation. Right.
Sauteed is great. Raw with like ranch is great. It's just that weird earthy flavor. So I don't know if it was just because I was young or if I had bad mushrooms or what, but like, yeah, I love them now. They're still creepy as hell. Like, I don't like the fact that mushroom are a thing. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm kind of scared of the mushroom uprising, but yeah, it's on the back burner of my like most feared thing, so I'm not worried about it as much.
Is it above or below horses and rabbits?
That's a difficult one. Because I would be much cooler with a chef who's a myconid than I would a chef who's a rabbit or a horse.
If horses became sentient, I would be less scared of horses knowing that I'd eaten horses than mushrooms knowing I'd eaten mushrooms. I'll put it that way. So I think it's above. I think it's above.
Okay.
Yeah. I will not go
Sorry.
out of my way to eat horse or rabbit, but like I'm not opposed to it. And if I need to, I'm gonna. But mushrooms, I'll eat them all the time. Like
What
without.
would mayonnaise say?
Oh, mayonnaise would just destroy me, like straight up. Like I've created a creature.
Mayonnaise doesn't care. Mayonnaise kills and eats everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
They have that meme of like the last thing you drew is coming after you. How screwed are you? It's like, oh, very screwed. Like everything I draw, it could murder me. Super hard.
All these new people don't know who mayonnaise is.
That's fine. Like they'll learn soon enough. Mayonnaise is the Lord God of Slaughter, and it's the only deity we've ever created on this channel.
Yep.
And it's a unicorn centaur squid. Doesn't matter. All right, Louisiana Swamp Gandalf. I like that name. A thing. So I support the bee wizard. Let's make the world fun and strange place. I agree. I absolutely agree. I feel like mushroom people would really be chill about eating mushrooms. I feel like especially with how mushrooms complete with other mushroom species, I think about how mushrooms grow and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of myconid stuff that they're basically like farmers, compost farmers, and they grow other mushrooms, and it's like to eat or just for fun? Like, do they grow mushrooms into people? And they're constantly shooting spores out and infecting other people with them. So it's like, I feel like their boundaries are kind of strange to begin with.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alex.
14, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look at this, and then I'll catch up on chat.
I'm gonna try.
Druin's going for the trifecta. A Kobold Paladin Bard. Wielding a rapier.
Okay.
I'm about done with this one, but I do want to add a few more limbs. They might be creepy bug limbs.
So speaking of horses.
Okay. Just to preface this before we go into this conversation, I'm not actually scared of horses or rabbits. I also don't eat horse or rabbit. Not as a rule. I just don't.
It's illegal to eat one of them.
I think it is illegal to eat horses in most states. So it's not something I'm going out of my way to try to ever figure out. But continue. I'm not actually scared of horses.
You always had something negative to say about horses.
They're creepy. They're giant creepy things. Like, they can kill you by looking at you wrong. And rabbits are just tiny horses. Like, they just are.
Anyway,
tiny horses that eat their own poop.
You're telling me if a horse could eat it wouldn't. I think it might.
Anywho.
all I'm saying is that rabbits have to.
Snake with a hat says, I remember the stream where mayonnaise was birthed. That's good times, yeah. Horses are fine. Emus are terrifying. I mean, emus are not terrifying. Sorry, Corvus, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been seeing more Goloma
lordy.
like fan art, so it makes me happy because there was only like 3 of them.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Galomas are Starfinder, I think. Starfinder. Are they just straight up Pathfinder?
Well.
Yeah, they're not even Starfinder. They're like native people.
They are weird spider horses, which should not exist. But it's fine. They're cool. I get it.
But like, they have 2 legs, 2 arms, but they have like hundreds of eyes.
Yeah, Rook, you're thinking of something else.
Oh, am I not thinking of the weird spider horse things?
The weird spider horse things that we drew are something else. I don't remember what they're called though.
Okay. Curators and Rook is only afraid of mullets. I've known a lot of people with mullets in my life. Who knows? We'll give you the death stare, and when a bird is telling you that you're giving you a death stare, it's a primal fear that gets activated in the monkey brain. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I've ridden horses. I've known people that have owned horses, have taken care of horses.
That's just because if it's like Rick has not been around horses, is where I feel like a lot of this is coming.
I mean, it's the same thing with there's an ongoing like mini joke between my friends that I hate dogs, and it's the same thing. It's like I don't like dogs when I see them and they run up and like punch you in the groin. So whenever a dog jumps up on me, it's just like, please don't do that. Like, why do you hate dogs? I'm like, I just don't want it to jump on me. Like, I'm not scared of it. I'm not yelling at it. I don't like remove dogs from the room. I'll pet them and hang out with them, but it's just like, dog, I don't want you to do that. Please stop. And it's instantly like, why do you hate dogs? It's like, I don't hate dogs. I don't hate horses. I'm not afraid of them. I'm just pessimistically cautious around them.
Yes, which anybody who has ever actually spent time around horses is.
One of my uncles is missing a collarbone because the horse kicked it out of his body. So, horses are scary.
Find a horse.
He's a farrier. Like, that's his job. You see those giant spiders in the Japanese keep as pets? Terrifying. See, I like spiders. I really like spiders. Like, I have no problem with spiders in my house. But if there was just a random horse in my house, I would flip my shit. Like, it was just like, I'd be like, why is there a horse in the house? You'd better have magical powers and be able to talk, or just get the fuck out of here.
Just starts Mr. adding it up.
Yeah. You have to save the universe. It's like, ah, crap. All right, I'm done with this one. I'm going to roll the dice again. 7. Awakened. That is the scientific name of a fish, I'm going to assume. Anathemus petrelsi. Petersea? Gnathonemus peterssii. Tinkerer with a mech aquarium. I think I know who suggested this. I think I know who suggested this. We'll draw the fish. We'll draw the fish. I think what I need to do, because these get suggested a lot, is just like draw a mechanical fishbowl and then just redraw the fish every week. Redraw the different fish. I do like the idea of playing like a sentient fish. I kicked his leg out of his leg. The scariest animal is man. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
If a horse appeared in my house, it'd be more scary if it had magical powers. To each their own. I want to know. I want to know why there's a horse in my house. See, like, so that's the scary thing to me. If a horse just appears in my house, that means either A, someone put it there. That's weird. Or it got in my house. Or there's a hole in my house. I can deal with 2 of those things. And the better of those 2 is that the horse got in or there's a hole in my house. So I would prefer it had magical powers and got in my house versus some guy just walks in, leaves a horse, and then goes away. Or is still in my house. Terrifying. I don't like it. I don't like that idea. Don't leave horses in my house, please. I'm just going to put that out to the internet.
Who's like known of like people having horses in their houses, like both normal size and miniature horses.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the weirdest thing for me.
Oh,
to
yeah.
know.
No, if someone brought a horse to my house that I knew and expected, and then the horse had to like come inside, that's different. This is like me waking up at midnight and there just being a horse in my kitchen. Like, not cool. Not cool.
What grade horse god do you need?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Dr. Octagon once said there's a horse in the hospital. Didn't it? Is that from that? What was the game the Game Grumps were playing? Weird spindly horse game. Running around a hospital. What was I doing?
Sure thing. Was that the one where they kept saying "sure thing"?
Maybe. It's sad that I said which is the Game Grumps thing where they're playing a spindly horse in a hospital, and there are multiple options. Like
there's a multiple choice here.
that should have been very distinctive.
The one that I'm thinking of, they were not in a hospital, so
Okay.
yeah, it's not.
I somehow lost the fish. Here it is. Anathemus petresi. Oh boy. All right.
What is their common name?
The common name is the elephant nosefish, which I think is God, kind of... So this fish looks like this. I'm going to draw it real quick. And if you had asked me what this fish looked like, I can give you a bunch of different examples. But apparently, this dagger-like fish is named for its weird little elephant nose.
I would just call it daggerfish.
Right? Like, I feel like that's a very strange choice. Of all of the things this thing looks like. The longfish, it kind of looks like a banana. Like...
Well, if you look at it from the front, I think it makes sense.
But it's not even a trunk. It's just a little... It's like it's like a Pinocchio fish. A Google Pinocchio fish.
Yes, it's a proboscis, not really a nose. It doesn't matter. From certain angles, it does look like a trunk.
Does it got big floppy elephant ears? Elephant nose fish have massive brains for fish. Oh, well, that's terrifying. I'm not scared of the ocean, but I'm scared of the ocean. Like, right? Like,
yes.
That's the thing. I'm not scared of the ocean. I'm scared of the things that will murder me when I'm in the ocean.
That's fair. I'll give you that one.
I'm more scared of dolphins than I am of sharks.
Yeah.
So you do not consent to random horse visits, correct? Now, like, consensual planned horse visits, I'm okay with that. Like, I'll pet a horse. I'm not terrified of it. I will allow dogs in my house. I'll dog sit for somebody. I just don't want dogs punching me in the groin, which has been most of my life. Maybe I just had a really like douchey dog growing up that liked to punch people in the groin.
Was it like a medium-sized dog? Or like
No, I'm
like
not
a
a
bigger
big
dog?
dude, right? Like I'm Jacksepticeye sized.
Okay. Okay.
But a lot of 2 or 3 of my friends had like big black labs, and they were always really excited to see me, and I got crushed. I got crushed by a lot of big dogs as a child. I was a very small kid. Yeah.
Trait of.
You and I are about the same size. It's like, oh, come on. You weigh more than I do. This isn't fair. So I don't hate dogs. I like my space.
Which is why you are ostensibly a cat person.
Yeah.
I think it's really funny. A lot of dog people I know assume that all cat people despise dogs.
Yep.
I've never met a cat person that actually hates dogs. They just prefer cats.
I think if you like cats, you have to like animals. Because cats are not like... They don't give you anything back. They're like... Whereas like a dog, it's kind of... It's like, I need a pet that loves me too. But it's like a cat, it's like, that's a one-way street. Like, you have to like it and be fine with it.
Your love is purely consensual.
Yeah.
Or conditional.
Conditional, sure. Dogs are unconditional. They're just like...
Oh my gosh, I just met you and I love you.
You're my favorite thing now. Forever.
Let me smell your dick.
I don't have that kind of dog. That might be a you thing. They do though. They just like they get their nose right up in there. It's like stop.
Yep.
Dog, get out of here. Like Kevin the Necromancer has a Doberman, and it just like rushes across the room and just nose dick punches you, and I hate it. It's like dog, you are really dumb, and I can live with that, but stop it.
I've never had to deal with this because I've always had smaller dogs. Not like toy-sized dogs, but like beagle-sized dogs.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And they never do this.
I guess I knew a Springer Spaniel for a while that didn't do that. But every single Labrador Retriever or Golden Retriever, every single Retriever that I have ever known, absolutely did that.
The other thing that drives me crazy, I know people that have a lot of labs. Like the jump, lick your face, just drives me up the wall.
Yeah.
It's like, do not jump and lick my face. Do not jump and lick my face.
Who taught you that this was good behavior
Yeah.
or cool?
Please don't do this.
Grounders.
I hope nobody minds. I'm of the opinion that all kobolds need a thagomizer.
That's a word that you just made up.
Incorrect.
You just made that word up. To
It
sound
is-
smart.
Official name for a recorder.
It's tail spike.
Oh,
That thagomizer is the name for the tail spikes on a stegosaurus.
Ah.
And I did not make it up.
Somebody made that word up just to sound real smart.
Yes.
Oh, this is the thagomizer. What the hell are you saying? Oh, an idiot.
It was very much a paleontologist being like, ooh, this is the coolest thing ever. Thagomizer.
I get to... I'm going to call it the stabby punch tail. Like, you can't call it that. Well, fine, let's just call it a thagomizer and we'll call it a day. Put it in the book. Naming things is hard, like, for sure.
Yes.
Naming things is hard, regardless of who you are. So I get that.
Paleontologists, though, are just the epitome of weird geeky scientists.
Yeah.
I watched a YouTube video where people were interviewing paleontologists about why they thought it was good to drink beer on the job.
Okay. Well, you see,
great.
I could be really mean about paleontologists right there, and I don't need to be.
The answer was, we spend all day out in the hot desert sun, like poking through rocks. So yeah, I'm gonna drink beer at the end of the night.
Oh,
So,
that's not.
suck
I
it.
thought you meant like on the job, like while they were working. Because I was gonna like, I've known a lot of researcher scientists, and they'll have conventions, and it's like the real reason they came to this convention was just to get drunk with their friends. Like they just drink all the time, nonstop.
Yeah.
And so it's like I'm not into this. I just don't drink. I just don't. And so every time I've gone to those conventions, it's like, I'm just gonna call it. And they're like, oh, you don't want to come to the bars? No, I'm just gonna.
Are they free? No. Never mind.
Sometimes it is, you know.
It was definitely a biased interview though, because it was the interviews were taking place at a joint beer and paleontology conference.
Yep.
So.
See, that makes sense.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep, that's exactly where my head would have gone.
Yep.
The weirdest one was for a watershed research. So it was a bunch of forestry and like geologists. And we went up to the ski resort. We went up to the ski resort and they did this like 2-hour presentation. And they're like, great, now we're all going to the hot tubs. And I'm like, I'm gonna Uber home. I don't want to. The last thing I want to do right now is hot tub with my boss. So I just bailed so hard. Now we know why some fossils are mismatched. Yeah. I have a cat called Roxy. He is a dog in a cat's body. Big lazy body, flops like a log. Loves to sleep in cuddles. Scared of the dark. Scary movies. Loves water. Loves animals too. That's awesome. That's super cool. But you do know how words work. I'm not super into animals, but at least cats leave me all alone. That's fair too. It's called the big fin squid? Oh no, what did I miss? There's a squid with a huge... that is huge. I'd have to find the name, but we only know of the juveniles of the species. Are you talking about the giant squid? Which has a crazy scientific name of like Architeuthis something. Gigantus? I don't remember the last part of it.
I love that word, architect.
It's great, yeah. It means toothed squid. Because it has spines all over its suckers, and that's terrifying.
Yep. Sperm whales have battle scars from it.
Oh yeah. Man, Greenland sharks are so jacked up for the same reason. It's just like, oof.
Wait, do Greenland sharks also hunt giant squid?
Well, they're 200 to 300 years old and their bodies are covered in scars, so I assume that's what's doing it to them, and if not, I am more scared of the ocean than I was when we started this.
Fair.
Greenlands are like deep ocean sharks, so
Yeah.
it makes sense they would go after them.
Yeah.
Humboldt
Real
squid.
deep ocean, there's not that much deep down there, so.
Yeah. I watched a video about Humboldt squid a while back, and they caught one and tagged it and then released it back to its pod. It floated down into the water, and like all of the squid kind of looked at it, and it just started like flashing weird colors, and they murdered it. And it's like, I don't like how intelligent these creatures are to where they will like, I have been either that squid just told the craziest story that it's ever told in its life, or it like freaked out and wanted to be destroyed. And either way, I hate both of those situations. The ocean is too creepy to like for me to go near it. I don't like it.
That's literally a situation like, what was the Space Quest?
Space Quest.
No, with Tim Allen.
Oh, Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest. Yeah, it's literally that situation with the little injured child's alien going to the water, and then everybody like looks at it and they all murder it, tear it to pieces.
It's creepy. It's creepy, and I hate it. Squid overlords. Not happy about it.
Bright side, this kobold is adorable.
Big fin squid. Architeuthis duax. I don't know how DUX is pronounced. Dua? That is a pretty good kobold. I like the flute. I'm not sure what this fish is doing. I spent a lot of time drawing these art. I kind of want to just make it a body. Give it like a Warforged body. What if I give it a rugby body? There we go. This is much better. I like this idea. Give it little feet.
By the way, guys, I do not recommend giving your kobold a recorder. It's like giving a 5-year-old a recorder.
I have met one person in my life that could play a recorder that didn't sound like butt. So like,
They must have had a really nice recorder.
That's
Yeah.
100% more people than I have met who can play the recorder.
this was like a $200 recorder. So like,
Man,
that's part of it.
Yeah. For the longest time, I thought that the recorder was just the cheapo child version of a clarinet.
Right? It's not too far off, like playing style, like fingering. I
Yeah.
think the clarinet. It's the same thing with like the pan flute.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those are similar. Clarinets are fun. I played clarinet.
I always wanted to learn the nose flute.
The nose flute. Fish piloted warforged named Jim, and he stares at you with a blank face and kills you. Oh no. When an octopus had escaped their tank and started eating the other fish in the aquarium. I think that was in the Seattle Aquarium. It might have been in the Portland Aquarium. But yeah.
I remember hearing about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We both.
I hate octopedes. Yeah, octopus are way too smart. I won't eat them. Because they too
Me
smart.
neither. Yeah. I won't eat them after Adam Savage shared his story about meeting the octopus in the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Oh yeah, that's a good video. People should check that out. They're smart. They're really smart.
Yeah,
Cool little creatures.
they are. Yeah.
They don't live long.
No.
Because
About 2 years.
They get eaten real
in the wild.
fast.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing with this anymore. I think my brain's burnt out. It is only 1 o'clock, so I feel like we could do more, but I might just have to move on from this.
Yeah.
This fish.
Yeah. Know when to cut your losses.
I do kind of like this idea that it's more like a dive suit. It's just a diver suit filled with fish aquarium. It's got like fake coral growing up and around it. I do like these little things. We get quite a few of the draw fish. Drawing fish is fun, so.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Hot damn.
Yes, it is. It's Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th. Kind of want to do pizza now. Should be pizza day.
Chicken pizza.
Chicken pizza is real good. It is getting later because now we're moving into the food portion of the show. There's a YouTuber I love to watch named Casual Geographic. He used to be named Hood Nature. Used to be named Hood Nature. Oh, changed the name. Okay, gives facts about animals while being funny. Cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. Start on TikTok, then
Oh,
moved over to Instagram, and then YouTube.
nice. You would be a fool to trust a squid. I agree. Barbecue chicken pizza is the best. It is really, really good.
I think chicken bacon artichoke is my favorite.
That's a good one. That's a solid pizza.
I've never ate artichokes.
Really?
I'm curious about them.
Are you
Yeah.
allergic or just not have the opportunity?
Never had the opportunity. I wanted to grow them because they're giant thistle flowers.
Yeah.
I don't actually like artichokes under most situations. I can handle pickled artichokes under certain situations.
A tree holder. Not a beholder, but a tree holder.
I saw the funniest thread in one of the video discussion comment sections about a YouTuber who was talking about the OGL change.
Mm-hmm.
And like basically the comment section was suggesting that we that people make a third-party beholder and call it the OGL.
Tell me how you want to get sued, but without telling me you want to be sued.
Yep.
It's an ogle. It is a completely generic. Sure, it's kind of like a beholder, but it's very clearly distinct.
Just, I mean, they had a beholder in Big Trouble in Little China, which is not a D&D movie.
Hey, really?
I don't
Essentially,
think that
yeah.
They called it a beholder, though.
Well, yeah.
Was the floating ball with one giant eye and eye stalks?
I believe so, yeah.
So I don't want to get into the legality of what is and isn't copyrightable, but
It's a fine line.
you can definitely make a weird floating eyeball monster. That's not copyrightable.
Yeah.
Calling it and labeling it a beholder the way the D&D does is what would cause that to be an effect. So,
Talk to your lawyers, people.
yep.
Yep. If you're gonna be making stuff that's even close, probably should have a lawyer just to make sure it's safe.
I should probably get a drink. I haven't done that in a while. Standard cheese pizza is slept on. Wait, what?
I mean,
it's always good. You don't have to be in the mood for it. It's just like certain topics. You might say legally distinct. Yeah.
Isn't that just cheesy bread?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Cheesy bread is a type of pizza.
Yes. Cheese pizza is just cheesy bread that's preloaded with marinara, so you don't have to dip it.
I knew a guy who would never leave his house on Friday the 13th because somebody said it would always get hit by cars on that day. Yeah, there's a lot of weird. There is like uptakes in crime around full moons, and there's a whole bunch of weird stuff, and so people superstitiously try to correlate those things. And I think a lot of it is just people's reactions to it, right? Like if you're more stressed on Friday the 13th, that's one thing, but if a lot of people are more stressed, there's going to be more accidents.
Yep.
Whether or not he's just one person that always gets hit, that's unlucky. Here in the greater Seattle area, essentially our insurance policies are assuming we're going to be hit by something or like have some kind of car damage once a year.
Yep.
That's just how they do their business. So, and that being said, we haven't had any accidents, and then we got into 3 accidents in a week and a half.
Oof.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Statistically, we're still on par for once a year. So.
And this is why percentages break human brains.
Yeah. What kind of teeth would a tree holder have? Just big wooden
Bark.
chompers?
Could be like bark that gets slowly replaced, right? Because you're grinding it down.
Oh shit, Greater Seattle. I'm in Snohomish. Nice. Okay. Snohomish County. I've driven through there a few times. How's the internet out in Snohomish? I wouldn't mind moving out away from the city, but man, I love my high-speed internet and next day delivery.
Yeah.
Now, Homish is still pretty. I mean, it's not urban like downtown Seattle, right?
Yep.
Kettle Falls would be more like the area that I think you're thinking of.
I heard an apocryphal tale that the 13th of every month, back when it was always fell on a Friday the 13th, was a Celtic sex holiday. So the church came in and made it a bad thing, actually. Okay. Probably not true, but a fun idea. That's fair. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'd have a leaf tone. A leaf tone could be good. Got the fiber optic. All right, there you go. Fewer and fewer things are keeping me here.
Start a desert commune somewhere in the mountains.
One of these days, yeah.
I mean, there's fiber over here.
I lived in northern Idaho, so like you have to figure those things out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was looking at buying some, like, when everything was kind of going to poop. It's like I could just sell the house, move back to Idaho, live somewhere in the country, and I was cathartically looking at land. Like, I'm just gonna buy something and build a ranch or something. And everyone I looked at was like, you'd need to pay $45,000 to make sure you have water. And it's like, dang it.
Yep.
And then you have to figure out, like, how many feet of water are you planning on installing in this property? It's like, crap.
There's all this land. Oh yeah, it's pretty cheap. I mean, you gotta
It's literally
drill
just
your
dirt.
own well, and get power to the property. Install a septic tank.
Internet, yo. I'm gonna go around, have a nice day. No problem, Oni. Thanks for hanging out. Stay healthy, yeah. Puppeteer, hello. Managed to catch a stream today. Yeah, welcome in. We're drawing a flute playing kobold and a tree. What was this?
Tree holder.
A tree holder, that's right. Not sure how many more we're gonna do, so I'm probably gonna spend a little extra time on this one. Get some cool eye texture or something in here. Hope everybody's having a fine week. For those of you that are new here, what we do is we take suggestions from the community and we draw them. We roll some dice and we draw some sweet stuff. An arboreal ogle. There you go. Yep. You guys ever watch the old school Merlin TV show? Or like the miniseries?
One with the guy from Jurassic Park in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really loved that the way that series ended, because they were fighting Mab, the fairy queen. Is they just all collectively chose to forget her. Kind of like how the movie Sphere ended.
Yeah.
It's just like we're just not gonna deal with your shit anymore. Goodbye. I feel like that's what we should do to WotC. just like that's kind of what happened with the Teen to Beyond stuff last night. But yeah, if we just never talk about a beholder again, and just always refer to them as ogles, like that feels super mean, but poetic.
Yeah.
My slight hot take is I don't really care for beholders. I mean, they're cool, I guess, but I would never use them.
Yeah, I don't like them as monsters either, because they're a little too powerful. They're essentially like a trap room, but also a creature. It's like what? I don't know.
Yeah.
Which is why I haven't done a why you should play a beholder video, because it's like, I don't know, it could be fun. It could be really fun to play a beholder, but if you go by like the way it's written, it's a little excessive. Because they really are supposed to be just otherworldly, godly powered creatures. And at that point, yeah, just play a god. I think it's fine. Start the game at level 20, and I am all classes.
And also, if I look at anything, it can't use magic.
Yeah. Sam Neill. Yeah, Sam Neill. That was my childhood. It was so good. It very much inspired a lot of my fantasy stuff. I never really got to
I
finish
will
it.
say the one thing I didn't care for were their weird griffins they had.
Did
So,
they have
like,
griffins?
Yeah, they were like
Remember that.
Doberman-sized griffins
Hmm.
that like acted like flying squirrels.
I don't remember that.
They
I'll have
didn't
to go
have
back and watch
wings.
it. Look out for the Gruffin. Oh man. Lars had us for the one shot he ran for us, had us fighting the Grunch. it was just a fuzzy green goblin. I ended him very. Yeah, it was a funny little Christmas thing, but I did not. The Grunch did not survive. That's all I'll say. I don't know if he was supposed to, but he got smooshed.
That's okay. Chutney killed Santa, so.
That's true. 5-year-old spoilers, but true. Actually, when did that come out? That was a funny one shot. I really enjoyed that one.
Hilarious. Yeah, it's been a while.
I've been 7 years.
Well, it happened while I lived here, so it hasn't been quite that long, I don't think.
4 or 5 years feels right to me.
Yeah.
But
we have to remember. 2020 didn't happen, and 2021, like, I don't remember 2021.
2021 was a fever dream.
Yeah. Just like trying to catch up. It was an excessive, basically, but totally depowered all magic except for some. Yeah, I really like the idea of a creature that has like an anti-magic zone. I feel like that can be really fun because like there's enough creatures that are just immune to different types of physical damage. 5e specifically had a little bit of weirdness with their immunities and resistances, whereas like Pathfinder and older editions had spell resistances and different types of damage reduction from different spells. So it had a lot more finesse to it, but it was a lot more complicated. So I really hope going forward they come up with some cool stuff. But just anti-magic, I really like that concept. Huh. Maybe not immunity, but like anti-magic specifically. I make mine intelligent, a bit zany, and you can talk to them. Rule of fun, real cool at my table. That's good. Yeah, it's a good way to do it. Yeah, just mechanically, beholders are rough. Like, they're rough. If you could unhappen years, I nominate all of them. No, it's weird. Like 2020 was definitely just like one of those weird. I think we started this channel in 2020, so that worked out. But and then 2021 just felt like 2020 just didn't happen, and so all of a sudden we had to put all of 2 years in 2021. So it just like shot by. Yeah.
Well, I know we started doing the Wednesday streams during 2020 because of lockdown.
Yeah.
So.
I was doing some live streaming. Yeah, we might have had 4 years this year, and I completely missed it. I'll check. We started doing videos while I still worked at the restaurant, and then 2020 happened, and I got a bunch of time off. And then, yeah, we just started doing this. And we started doing the live streams a whole bunch, which was fun. How many eyes do beholders have? One for each school of magic, right?
Yeah, so it's the big one, and I want to say 6 or 7. I don't know. I've always preferred Pathfinder, so I've never really taken a good look at a beholder.
So it is 10 eye stalks and 1 central eye.
Oh, because you roll a d10 to figure out which one shoots the laser.
Yep.
I feel like I've just drawn a bunch of penises and I don't like it. How do I draw a beholder eyeball? It doesn't look like a dick.
Well, yeah, all stalks generally do look like dongs, so...
I might just be out of luck.
There's not a lot you can do except put an eye at the end, although even then, you're still dealing with, the one-eyed monster.
Fair.
The one-eyed monster destroyed pussy.
I assume that was a A Critical Role joke.
Correct. That was specifically a Sam Riegel Critical Role joke.
Makes sense.
I
Still not
rolled for
appropriate.
that.
Just because Sam Riegel said it doesn't make it appropriate content for YouTube.
Sorry. I apologize. Feel bad if I've offended you.
Context! No, it's fine. That is not the worst thing that's ever been said on this channel.
That's true. Although about half of the things that are the worst things that have been said on this channel have come from me, so I still need to make the apology.
Cohen, we're using Aggie. We're using Aggie.io. It's a browser-based group drawing platform. Yeah.
Not particularly sophisticated, but it works.
Yep. They have a paid version which we used for a while, and it kept breaking. So it's called Magma Studio. It's the same company. One day I'd like to go back to Magma Studio, but yeah, it's gotta function first, and then we'll go back to it.
I liked when you were doing watercolors on Rebel. I think that's what it was called.
That was fun, yeah. Rebel's a cool program. Very CPU intensive and does not like me streaming. But that can be something I might go back to if I ever update my computer. I still have it. I use it. We used it for the Wendigo video, actually. That one's done in Rebel.
It's both interesting to me and a little bit frustrating, but also totally makes sense that that of all of the like drawing rendering programs, Photoshop is the one that's least CPU intensive, I think.
Yeah, I mean part of that is because they've had 20 years to
optimize.
Yeah, if you get the newest versions, like you can download 2024 now, I think. Those will chug your GPU. So I usually wait a year or two before I update, just so I can get, let them work the kinks out. I like that idea of having extra eye stalks coming out of the eye stalks. We're gonna do that. Try to really make it look like wood. Maybe some leaves. This is a cool character idea. I like this one a lot.
I'm having way too much fun with this Kobold. I just love drawing derpy little guys.
Yeah. One of my beholders had a birth defect, so none of its eyes did what it wanted. So it's like a wild magic beholder. And when he was ready to find himself, it went to the beholder support group. It was hilarious. So it was a beholder campaign. That's what it sounds like. I had a thought on beholders. I homebrewed them to be born from mass nightmares and specific environmental conditions. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really played with them too much. Partially because I play a lot more Pathfinder and they're not as pervasive, but yeah, I like certain aspects, like just being able to have all the different beams. Like I said, it's like a trap room in a creature, which I'm a fan of. I like that concept of having those different availabilities. But I found other ways to kind of get the same feel.
How much longer do you think you're going to be drawing?
I think I'm going to stop at the end of this one. So
at the end of this one? Okay.
I'm pretty happy with this one. I think I'm just gonna spend a little extra time on it, and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah. I might have enough energy for one more drawing, but I don't think I have enough time, so.
I mean, what time is it? 1:30? I can go for another half an hour. I might be able to do one more. If you want to do another one.
I don't want to push you. You were already kind of lagging half an hour ago, so.
I've been revitalized by the beholder.
The tree holder.
Yeah, the tree holder.
Okay. I'll roll another one then. Is it still a d20?
Yeah.
Okay, 19.
A crazed artificer fairy with mechanical wings. And a love for bombs.
I'm not drawing a bong.
Bombs, not a bomb.
Okay.
Hey man, have you like seen my fairy stuff? It's a bong of just a, like with just a normal dude on it. Instead of the tradition. Like, where did we go? We went to Leavenworth, which is like a little touristy town. And so I was expecting a whole bunch of like kitschy like Barbarian stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Little tiny clockwork houses or something. I don't know what I was expecting, but all of the little touristy shops just had like dragons and fairies and bongs in them, and I was just like, what is going on here? Like, what is this? What is this culture that lives in this place? I don't know if they're like hoping college kids come by, or maybe everybody in Leavenworth is just, you know, cool like that. I don't know, but it was not what I had expected. Felt like I had walked into a Hot Topic or something. All right, I think there's the tree holder. That's good. We'll probably do one more, I think. Hoo-ah! Frog wizard. That's all it says. It just says frog wizard.
Perfect.
There's no other
That is a
description.
great thing to end on.
Let it be my work. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it was the frog wizard. No binaries, your fairy. Nice. I'm glad I got one. Frog wizard. Who was it that someone was painting a frog? Had a big booty. It's a big booty frog.
Is it homing chicken?
Might have been homing chicken. Died Steve. Okay,
Nope,
yeah. Big
that's
booty
safe, yep.
I'm going to, I was going to say summon, but that's not right.
Body?
Yeah, I'm going to try to embody the big booty frog. And if your image didn't get drawn, like I said, you can add it to the list next week. I'll post that on Monday. Make sure you follow and click that bell so you get the notifications. And sometimes people don't get the notifications, so feel free to join the Discord, and I'll post it in there as well. You can just post your idea again if you want, or if you have a different idea, you're welcome to. We'll do that on Wednesday next week. a funny noise to make, but I'm probably saying something like you want some fucking in frog.
Hey, no judgment here.
All the frogs on YouTube are gonna be like, whoa, whoa, whoa! You can't say that. They're like, oh, sorry.
Children here.
They're children. I have them in my mouth. 'Cause that's how frogs do sometimes. What is this song? I don't know what this is. But... Have you ever seen that tiny squeaking frog that gives the squeaking war cry? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was trying to... Me. I love those derpy frog eyes. I'm gonna try to make them derpier. My goal is to make this frog as derpy as possible. You're a wizard, Harry. Can anybody explain to me the whole Harry Potter thing that was going on alongside the destruction of WotC?
I didn't know there was a Harry Potter thing going on.
I heard a little bit about it yesterday, and that's when I was like, "Oh, is it like a? Is it a 5e compatible? Is it a video game? Okay, I thought it was a book."
I mean, there might be, but I know there's a game coming out. But that has a lot of baggage coming with it.
Just because it's Harry Potter, or because it's D&D?
One of the stories in it. The video game is what I'm meaning.
Harry Potter and the time he called Hermione the C word.
Oh.
Basically, don't buy the new game because of Rowling and her very unfriendly views about certain groups of people. Okay. I don't know what any of that means. I don't need to dig into it further. Noted. There is an upcoming game. I know the company has some rough games in their past. Had some people worried. Ah, gotcha. I'm not big on cancel culture, but I'm also not big on people being assholes. So.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling has been dead to me as an author for quite a long time now. And she's not done anything to fix her shit, so I'm just done.
I remember when I was younger, I learned about how much cocaine. Oh, what the hell's his name? The scary guy that does cocaine. Stephen King.
Oh.
And it was like, are we okay supporting this guy? Like, and I think my sister said something to the effect of like, I don't care how much drugs he does, it makes him better apparently. And I was like, all right. Like, do what you're gonna do. Like, the author and the book, or the author and the work are separate to a point, but at the same time, like, yeah, it's like How do you write so many books? Lots of cocaine. Lots and lots of cocaine.
How do you write so many good books? I just write a lot of books.
Write a lot of books.
I feel like he's also be the first admit not all of them were good ones.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely. That is his stance. Is like, how do you write so many good? I think Druid is paraphrasing, but he's basically said like, I write a lot of books. Not all of them are great. You know, he does write. He's a massive writer.
Yeah.
Without getting too political, I can DM you a Discord later if you want me to. No, I mean, the information you gave me is about right. Like, I hadn't heard about it at all, but I wasn't planning on buying the game anyways, and now I will just steer clear of it. But people want to be mad at Legacy because of rolling, but those people have nothing to do with rolling. They just love the Harry Potter world. I find it ridiculous to make a game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the author and the work are separate at some point. Because if the work itself isn't inherently destructive, people should be able to enjoy it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, even though it does support someone that maybe isn't the best. So there's definitely, it's not black and white in my mind when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because like a good example of that is like Frazetta. I love Frazetta's work.
Yeah.
And his sketches and paintings are amazing, but like he probably wasn't the most he was a product of his time, and there's no way around that. Like, he did stuff for like Playboy, and if you look at his body of work separately from that, it's beautiful and I love it. But I have to acknowledge the fact that it was made by someone who's probably a flawed individual. There's no way around that. So it basically makes a personal call, and don't judge anyone who holds different opinions to you. Yeah, I think that's fair. I really think that's fair. If you like, I think the biggest thing to think about with those kind of things is, like I said, I wasn't planning on buying the game. I'm not going to champion other people not getting the game, but I'm glad I know that information, right? Because then I can give other people informed decisions. And that was the same thing with like ditching D&D Beyond for WotC. It's like, I think that's a smart call. I think that was a smart way to make them realize like how many people are upset. But at the same time, like D&D Beyond is working, and like for some people, that's how they play with people. So I will not besmirch someone who doesn't want to cancel their subscription. I paid through the end of the year, so it's like it wouldn't have done anything. They have my money. But for those people that choose not to do that, that is absolutely not something I will hold against them, right? It's like, J.K. Rowling is maybe not the nicest person. It's like, I understand that. I don't have to talk to her or like her to enjoy spending time with my friends and talking about something that they have. It's definitely a gray area, and it's fine. It's fine to have those conversations. I just don't want people to be mad about it. The big problem is that Rowling has inserted her views in after the fact when people started doing fan stuff because of her not quite specific description of characters. Yeah.
This is...
That's all I have to say. Meh. Like, that is how it is, right?
Yeah.
There's two things that I love about art. There's lots of things I love about art. But there are two things I love about art that make all art pieces, and one is the artist's intent and the viewer's interpretation. So, regardless of how an art piece is taken and created, reasons created, and placed somewhere, the intent that is read by the audience can be completely different, and it is as valid as the original.
Yes.
And so, and that's where that differentiation comes from. Is if you, and this is a great example, Ian McClellan did a lot of really good stuff with The Hobbit, like after the fact, and some people got really upset about that. This is especially about like LGBTQ stuff. I hope that's all of the. I might have screwed that up, but basically going through and saying that like whether or not Tolkien wrote like Sam and Frodo's friendship as just a friendship or more doesn't matter. Because if people can interpret it that way and that gives them like joy and it gives them empowerment, that's its own interpretation, and that's good. That's a good thing. That means somebody got something out of the artwork. So the people that are mad that like that's not how the author intended it, I'm sorry, I don't agree with you. Not that the artist didn't intend that, it's that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So it's the same thing of like people taking on the other side of it, which is the weird gray area of it, like memes and things that are being appropriated for hate speech sucks. And it's like, well, you don't want to use that because then you might be uplifting the hate speech. But at the same time, like the artist's intent was not that. And now it's something that has become bad. So I guess we don't use it anymore because we're seeing it differently. We now have to take it and decide whether or not to use it. Doesn't make it inherently bad, but the intent is there now. And so you can't be mad for people interpreting something that way or seeing something that way. And you can ask people to not use it that way. And you can sometimes, like, I'm thinking like the Pepe meme is one thing. Like, that was not generally intended for hate speech, but that's kind of what it's synonymous with now. And so it's like, it's just the way people view things doesn't affect a lot of, like, everybody, right? Everybody will view things differently, and that's okay. It's totally okay to have that. It's different opinions. Raise his hand in Norse pagan. I like being an adult. I understand rolling is wrong, but I'm not going to punish innocent people for it. I'm saying that I am LGBTQ, game supports none of her views, and they're open on it. That's good. I mean, yeah, like it's kind of the book burning thing too. Like buying a book to burn it, you've bought the book.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You supported the author.
You supported the author, yeah. And so it's like, what is your intent? What is your intent with it? And so like the ditching D&D Beyond thing, the intent was to hurt a bottom line, and that's what they did, right? Like that was a great show of outcry. And I think it was dramatic and quick. And honestly, though, I would probably still tell people to use D&D Beyond because it's a very functional product. And I don't know how to really break away from it. Hopefully, new stuff will come out. Like the Path Builder is awesome, and I really want to play more Pathfinder. So maybe I won't need D&D Beyond in the near future, and that would be great. So we'll see what happens. I won't tell people to avoid it. I just choose to avoid anything attached to her in any way, and that's totally legit. Great. That's a great choice, and the fact that you can make that choice and respect other people is awesome. That being said, there have been times when I will make those decisions too, because it really depends on the situation. I think rolling, I don't know. I don't care enough about her to give a shit about hating Harry Potter. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
Like Harry Potter stands alone enough without her. I just don't read any of her opinions on it. I just take it as its own work, which still supports her. But
I mean, only if you continue to buy Harry Potter books. But if you've already bought them and consumed them, then you're not really giving her anything more.
Yeah, you're not giving any more money. That's true. So there are definitely times I will make those decisions, though.
Yeah. I just decided I'm not going to buy anything else of hers. I understand that the thing that she wrote, which was supposed to be in response to everybody being mean to her for being a TERF, I understand that it was actually hilariously bad good. But I don't know. I still haven't read it. I don't know.
One of my friends asked me not to support something like that, and I probably would. But like I said, I'm not in this specific situation. It's not an issue for me because I wasn't gonna anyways.
Yeah.
But I am open to that stuff. It's just like I said, I'm not super into cancel culture as a concept, but I understand it. So it really depends on the situation for me. But I might want to look into it a little more just to see what's up, so I know for the future. I like this frog. I like this frog.
He is very cute.
Harry is a comfort series for me. It's my first introduction to magic, but wanders into my life when I needed it, so I don't really allow her to have power over me in the series. Yeah, I mean, take it as your own thing. You can tell me if you like this D&D character idea. Sure. Yeah, let me hear it. A lot of D&D character sheets, apps, and mobile devices I'll use in D&D Beyond 5e Companion, for example. Yeah. The nice thing about D&D Beyond that it helped me get a lot of people that were basically overwhelmed by like PDF fill outs and paper sheets. It collected all of the information so well and organized it in a way that made it really accessible for people, which I really appreciate. And when WotC bought it, I was like, that's either going to be awesome or really bad. Right? And that's the thing about it is it's an acquisition, right? Like D&D Beyond technically isn't really part of WotC spiritually, but it's owned by them. So it's like if they hadn't purchased that, it wouldn't be a good tool in a metric. So that sucks because it's something that, is highly useful. It is a very useful tool, but it's the only way that WotC would listen. So it's like, oh, sad. WotC needs to just really tell Hasbro to get their shit together. Is the frog a human wizard turned into a frog, or is it a frog who wanted to be a human wizard? I think it's just a frog. I think it's just a frog, and he's got like a wand here. Meh.
He's a frog who is specifically a witch's familiar.
Hey, don't gatekeep my frog into having to have human contacts. Why can't he just be a real smart frog wizard?
He doesn't have to. He's in love with the witch.
All right, fine. I can't argue with the romance involved. No, I hate love.
You made an assumption about where I was going with that and decided that I was wrong.
I retract my statements.
No, I'm teasing you.
Frog Wizard. I do like Frog Wizard. Frog Wizard's great.
Frog Wizard is very cool. I also like Frog Wizard.
This wand tastes like a stick. I think the biggest thing about it for me is kind of the whole conversation we've been having with D&D and rolling and everything else. It's easy to be outraged by something when really a conversation is needed. And with WotC specifically, like the way they've communicated has been so poor that it's like it feels like outrage is the only thing left,
Yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think if anybody at WotC or Hasbro had been open or allowed to be open about having conversations, things might have gone differently.
Yeah. Did anybody watch Critical Role last night? Like, did they talk at all about it? About what they're doing about it?
They didn't.
They didn't. That's kind of what we figured.
I'm not sure they're allowed to.
That's what Jump Rope said the same thing about, like, whether or not they. I don't think they would say anything like business wise, but if they chose to like cancel their D&D Beyond sponsorship, I think that would be something they could talk about, or just at least just like, hey, we're no longer doing this, and that's it. And it's like, oh, that's a choice they've made, and that's interesting.
Yeah.
But
the issue is where they do all of the pre-recorded episodes now. These episodes that have been showing were recorded back in December.
Oh, right. Interesting.
So it's not like a lot anymore. So
gotcha.
Simply because of how difficult it would be to translate their characters, the current characters they're playing, into almost any other system. I fully expect them to finish out campaign 3 in 5e, so I suspect they will probably sign for the new OGL, whatever it ends up being, and then like depending on what WotC does from now on may depend on may change whether or not Critical Role decides to do campaign 4 using official D&D stuff or not.
I would love to see them go back to Pathfinder.
Me too.
I forgot they were all pre-recorded.
Yeah, it's because it's just easier for everyone because
Oh yeah, no, a weekly live stream is hard.
Yeah.
especially when 3 of them have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Oh,
after everything that happened with the pandemic and them suddenly like not being able to record in person.
Taliesin was gone a week or two ago. Maybe it was a few weeks ago now. Did we ever figure out what was up? Is he all right? Doing okay? Was he just trapped in the
seems-
snow?
I think he was all right.
Okay.
I
mean,
know
if they didn't
he
bring it up,
got-
then that's enough for me.
Yeah,
They just usually
'Cause I
explain if
know-
someone's missing.
Ashton was like got separated from the group when they went to the fire plane. Spoilers. Sorry.
Was that like out of game that he, or did it actually happen in game and then he just didn't come back for a little while?
I think it. I haven't seen the newest ones, but I'm
Okay.
pretty sure he just stepped out for it. So I need to catch up on the last like 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, I'm still 5 or 6 episodes behind.
I'm a whole season. Just like vicariously living through you guys. They're also entangled in WotC contracts and they'd like to be taking their own lawyers behind the scenes to get them entangled. Yeah, absolutely. Like they have their own publishing through their own publishing company. Like they have to have licenses already dealt with. So they're gonna have to figure that out one way or the other. But also that I think that would make them a good resource of like, here's what we're doing because we have to as a publisher. So it would be nice to hear from them, but also I totally get, like you said, they don't want to, like, there might be things they can't talk about if they already have those contracts like written up. Because breaking the OGL would then either A, make it so that they have to renegotiate their contracts or the licensing they have, or it would nullify their contracts, which would mean their books would maybe be unlicensed, which is like, that's the biggest thing about all this shenanigans is you can't just nullify something like that without going through a whole lot of legality to figure that out. And so it's weird.
I think that's part of the thing that makes what Paizo's move yesterday so kind of baller.
Yeah.
Is they legit said, you know what, like we don't need the OGL until we get our new OGL. We're just gonna print our stuff without a license. Like they're taking some really big and potentially risky steps here.
And I appreciate them doing that for that.
Same. Like the fact that they're willing to do that for the community is awesome.
Western Justice says, I don't watch Critical Role. It's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how you did a live stream. Alex Jones, hello. Oh, Axel Jones? Axel Jones. Funny. You got me. I didn't know you did live streams. Yeah. Oh well, my friend. Been a while. Yes, this is Wade. Oh, hey, Wade, how's it going? The Wizard Frog is my new spirit animal. Yeah, we do live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Otherwise, we're just hanging out on the Discord all the time. How are you doing? How's it going? How's it been? How's art treating you?
Blip, 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 blip.
What time is it? It is 2:00, so we are actually just about out of time.
Yeah.
Druid, I like your fairy. Your fairy
Thanks.
bombardier. Bomber Alpha. Hello, Skip Cat. Oh, Skip Cat is up and awake and he wants food. Hey, it's time.
That's fine. I'm about done.
Pathfinder
So
easy to get into.
yeah.
Yes and no. Depends on which edition.
So the problem with like getting into first edition Pathfinder is essentially getting into 3.5 because it's all of it. So like if you want to get into Pathfinder, I highly suggest just getting like the core rulebook and that's it. And try to get into it. And then from there, you're going to be like, man, I wish I could play a gunslinger or a ninja. And it's like, yeah, that's one more book. Okay, buy that book. So it's really easy if you know how to do paper character sheets from D&D. It's very similar. There's just a little more in the way of armors and like there's a whole different types of damage reduction and armor class. So you can get away by with a lot of just ignoring those things. And a lot of the time when I play Pathfinder now, I'm incorporating some things from 5e, like the way movement works. Pathfinder movement is a little clunkier, but there's a lot of mechanics that fix that, like within move sets themselves. I just bypass it all. I'm just like, fuck it. Everybody has spring attack. It's fine. Like everybody starts with that feat and it fixes the problem.
If you're going to get into 2nd edition Pathfinder, I recommend a similar sort of thing. And I think that the first class you should build in 2nd edition Pathfinder is the champion, because I think that does a good job of, 1, giving you a character that you can play at the end, and 2, teaches you pretty well without getting really into the weeds about how the feat system and how character creation differs.
It's the combination of the warlock and the paladin, and I love it. It's great.
Yeah, no, it's great. It is great, actually. It's fantastic.
Axel says doing concept for a startup, which is good. That's awesome. Congratulations, buddy. It's really good to hear. I'd love to see your stuff sometime. If you want to share it with the Discord, that would be really cool. There's a link down below. Or I think I'm following you on Instagram, so I might just check there.
Purgefly Fox, there is not a specific mummy race, but there is an undead template. So you can take any race and you can make it basically any form of undead.
Yeah. Oh, did somebody ask that and we totally missed it?
Yeah.
I wish there was a mummy race. Okay. This is a cool idea. Yeah, mummy race purge.
There is an archetype in 2nd edition that lets you become a mummy, which is kind of like a prestige class.
Yeah.
From 1st edition.
Neat.
Prestige classes in Pathfinder I really like, because essentially what they're doing is they're trying to, like, instead of having, you can absolutely multi-class the crap out of Pathfinder. But with prestige classes, they're basically like, hey, check out this functional way to multi-class without actually having to multi-class. It just progresses from one thing to another. And I really like that, because it's usually really, really backwards compatible. Like, it keeps all the stuff that you started with and just adds to it. Really fun. Love Pathfinder. We'll probably do more Pathfinder content here in the future. I'd like to anyways. I think I need to go. It's 2:03. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. Thanks for the people that came in with the raid. Welcome in all the new people, the wonderful people. Go check out some videos. Go post some funny things in the comments. That's all I got. I will be posting the new community post on Monday. So if people want to suggest their characters then, in the post, I will take them and bring them to the Wednesday live stream. Tuesday we'll probably be back on Twitch, just working on stuff. I'm working for a game company right now, doing some concept stuff for them, for a board game. I'm not sure if it's a digital or actual board game. I keep getting mixed signals. It might be both, but either way, I'm doing some stuff for them, and I've been working on that on Twitch, so people can check that out. Otherwise, that's all I have. That's all I got. Let's see if there's anybody hanging out. Corvus said, "Oh, okay, sorry. What did I miss?" I didn't get your opinion on the character idea, by the way. I was asking because those mixed reactions were good. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I missed it. Let's go back and check that out. So basically, it's an autonome. I did totally miss this. I'm so sorry. It's an autonome druid cleric of the spores, and it's fighting between being an autonome and the spores. That's pretty cool. I like that idea. I like the idea of autonomes maybe that have spores inside of them. Like they have like glowing head, like a fishbowl full of glowing spores. That could be really fun. Yeah, that sounds like a great character. Have a good one, brother. Hope to catch you next time. Yeah. We should chat more. That'd be awesome. Love your work. Keep at it. Actually, I should ask you. Yeah, if you don't post your stuff in the Discord, and you guys were doing YouTube for a while, right? If you still have that, or you want to share your Instagram, let me know. We can post that up sometime. It's good stuff. Otherwise, yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got today. Let's see if there's anybody around for a redirect. We got a nice raid today. Roll for Combat has one coming up, but I don't know when that's going to start. So check that out. We can just send people over there, but we'll see how they do, because they're talking about Pathfinder 2e. So that's it. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch you next time. What age do you need to be for the Discord? We have a general purpose Discord, and then there are some adult only zones. So I think 13 plus is the normal for YouTube. So same rules apply. But yeah, there are some age-gated locations in the Discord because we have like a not safe for work art section and stuff. There you go.
It's
Thanks, everybody.
tasteful.
It's tasteful. It's all tasteful, yeah. So tasteful, be polite. That's it. Thanks for hanging out today, Druid and Corvus, and Inferno was here too. I think is he still here? No, he took off.
He left earlier.
Love the frog. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, no problem. Bye, everybody.
Bye.